What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. It's good to be back. Today is June 1st. This is the last month in Q2 for Bitcoin. Big deal. Big deal. May closed not so hot, as some of you may have noticed. I believe one of the largest, I'm just pulling where did this go? Pulling up. I'm not going to be able to find it now that I'm on the spot. Here we go, symbol. And bar change. Oh, goodness. One of the biggest, I believe, monthly red candles in history, 35%. Let's take a look back here. We see that even January 2018, only a 27% red candle on the monthly. March 32. Man, this is going to be hard to beat. 19 and 35. Wow, this is up there. January 1st, 2015 might be the biggest, at least in Coinbase history, that we have seen. Pretty shocking, right? We were off to such a crazy start at the end of Q4. Into Q1, things were looking amazing. And really, man, just as soon as Q2 started, things got a little bloody. April closing as Doji, May closing as just an ugly, ugly red candle. So here we are. This is the last month of Q2 before we start Q3, and there is still plenty of time. I'm telling you guys, plenty of time for Bitcoin to make up its mind here. I'm not sold yet. We've seen everybody get incredibly bearish. We did see some euphoria there in the start of the year. Now we're seeing some maybe the other side, bear euphoria. People are aiming lower and lower. That is a telltale sign, whether it's to the upside or to the downside. When people keep moving that goalpost, things tend to shake up. So we're going to take a look at the chart here. We're going to go over our price targets. We'll go over our price targets, our supports, our upside targets in the event of a breakout. Unfortunately, we are still just consolidating. After selling off to 30,000, we have seen higher lows, lower highs. That is, by all means, a flag, a bear flag. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of bear flags in crypto or bull flags. They don't seem to play out. But we don't really have too much new information here, so we're going to divine into the charts and see what it has for us. So welcome back. Good to be here. We're going to be live every single day. Every single day, at least for a week, probably more. We'll see. Before we start, smash the like button for the new stream, guys. I love you. Love you guys that have been doing a great job of that. Appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Both of those things while on the live stream will encourage YouTube to give our stream visibility. More fam join us, more fun, etc. So smash that like button. Discord link is in the chat. Jump in Discord. It's the best way to keep up with our daily live streams. YouTube constantly shadow banning us, and on Discord you'll always get a notification when we go live, so get in there. Links pinned to the top of the chat. Finally, it is that day. It's the first. It's the best day, the absolute best day to sign up for Patreon. I warned you guys all last month, don't sign up late. Patreon's billing's weird. I have no control over it. Check it out. Link is pinned to the chat. Patreon. Who is it for? It is for anyone of any skill level looking to invest or looking to trade cryptocurrency. And I would like to help you with that journey. I've helped many, and maybe you're next. So check it out. What does it come with? Well, one-on-one crypto mentoring is available. There's limited slots. This month's especially tight. I'm not looking to take on too many of those this month, so get them while they're hot. We have daily publishes of technical analysis, trade setups, macro market insights, all kind of goodies. Patrons, current patrons, keep an eye out for that post today. We're going to have a nice little June kickoff post coming your way later today. So enough of that, enough shilling. Check out the Patreon. Hope you join us. And let's get into these charts. There it is, Luna B, the first patron, the first new patron. Wow, what is Stream Elements? You're spamming, dude. Oh well. The first new patron of June. Welcome. Good to have you. All right. Let's get into it. How's everybody doing? People being bearish. Come Pereira Bitcoin. What's up? Hey, Lena. How you doing, Lena? Wolfpack, my man, how you doing? Live Art, Smarty Man. How's everybody doing? Not feeling any hype today. We went live at a different time. We'll see how it works out. This is going to be a longer stream, I have a feeling. So feel free. Keep that tab open all day. Hang out with us. We're going to be here. Yeah, let's get into the monthly. So here's a monthly candle. People have been talking, and I'll agree, guys. The chart does not look good. There's really nothing to go on. There's really nothing to go on. We sold off to 30. We're just consolidating. But there are a few little pieces of information that most people aren't looking at. So here's one of them. On the monthly, we see right here. This is the 10 moving average on the monthly, not talked about a lot. But if you look back at Bitcoin's history, it has played a role in both the bear and bull markets. In the rally of 2015-16, we can see that this 10 monthly actually led the way. We see two touches here as wicks, and then we see what happened last month, a wick to the 10. Staying above this level would be amazing. It'd be amazing. We don't really have too much there to go on. If we look at the monthly momentum on the MACD, we see May did, in fact, close with waning momentum. That's not a great sign. June has really got to see some buying pressure come in from somewhere, to keep this rally going. But that 10 monthly, man, no one's looking at it. It's a nice little gem. You guys know we are the cutting edge of technical crypto analysis here. Always striving to be ahead of everyone else. And this is our little edge here. Currently, that 10 moving average on the monthly is at 34,000. So ideally, I'd like to see June stay above 34,000 at least. Oh, that's what I'd like. Downside targets below get pretty easy. We've gone over these on a few streams here. We can go over them really quick. We have very simple targets to the downside. Let's see, right about here. I'm just going to place this one. 24,000. We can call it 25,000. First downside target. Why? Well, we have on the, I believe it's on the weekly, the 100 weekly. We have support there from moving average, a major one. However, what it really is just the same retracement level, the same retracement percent that we saw in March 2020. So if we take that high, take that low, 63.34. We do the same here. I goofed that up. We do the same here, and we get, well, roughly that same level. So that is really the main reasoning for the 25,000. It's also a psychological level. So just extra power there. We have the previous all-time high at 20K. Everybody knows about that one. 13,800, a long-waited number that never came. As we exited the bear market into a bullish trend, we never came back to test this as a monthly support. You can see it was a major player in the 2019 bull trap, we'll call it. And below that, there's really only one other value. That's it. Let's grab it right there. 10,500. This was pivotal in the last few years. This area acted as resistance over and over and over again. We had a double top from October 2019 and February 2020, right before we led into the March COVID crash of 2020. Important level, super important. In fact, unlikely to ever break, in my opinion. I don't see that level ever breaking. There's just entirely too much traded volume. There's too many people that would be interested in buying at that level. Something I wanted to do today is take a look at the volume profile. I've been looking at this more and more over the last few weeks as just kind of trying to figure out some kind of edge here. And on the weekly, we can really see that these levels are reflected well. You can see these levels are very respected. Down near that first real target. For me, the 13.8 is the only real target. We either hit 24,000 and we continue the bull trend, or we don't hit it at all. We continue the bull trend here, break out of this consolidating wedge. But I don't see 20,000 being a probable spot. If we sell off, I don't think that we will see a clean back test of the high and then move up higher. The real support is down lower. That's the 13.8 area. You can see volume profile here on the right side of your screen, these white bars, are depicting volume at different price levels. You can see there's actually a gap. I don't know if that's an indicator error here. I think it probably is, but there is a complete gap right here. It just says no volume. That's not correct, but it may just be reflecting the difference. Right above that 24,000 target, surprise, surprise. Volume begins picking up right underneath the all-time high, and you can see it really start to build at that 13.8 level, and at 10.5, basically at its peak. This is massive volume. This is my reasoning that price will not likely go below or even near here. There's already too much volume. Price does tend to seek out gaps in volume. When we see a level not traded very heavily, price does tend to come back and test it. And yeah, there's just a wall there. If you guys ask me what my opinion is, I think you know what it is. I think 30,000 is the low. I said it that day when we sold off. I said this is likely the low, but I don't know. We still don't know. We have really no more clues than we did before, sadly. It's not ideal. Not ideal, no clues. So what do we have still? We're still watching that same level here. The 20 weekly moving average. We had been looking for this as we took off in October. And finally, just last month, tested it, fell through it. Here we are. That's hovering just around the 45 now? Did it move down? That's not right. 45.1. Since we've had this sell-off, I even said it on across the blockchain when I was on with BitBoy and Hashatoshi, can't say his name, Rice and Crypto Jeb. Man, they asked about a dead cat bounce. I said, I don't think we've seen it. If we are going to be dead cat bouncing, we haven't gone high enough. A dead cat bounce really needs to convince, at least retail, needs to convince actors that we are still in a bullish trend, that they should go long. We haven't seen it, and honestly, the longer that we don't, the more confident I am that we are going to break up from this consolidation period. But that is the level to me that is most important. This 30,000 doesn't bother me. If we fall down to 24, that doesn't bother me. What's going to get my ears perked up is that back test of the 20. If you look back at Bitcoin history, I think every single time price has fallen below the 20, it's come back to back test it as resistance pretty quickly. And when the 20 rejects price, that's when it can get pretty scary. Right now, this is just a really kind of unusually large sell-off. We haven't seen large retraces. Maybe this is making up for it. But the real battle for me is going to be seated right at this level up here. You can see it's just above price now. And really, that's it. There's really not a lot else. We have above us some weekly resistance here at 58,000. We have the all-time high seated at 64.9. We came a long way really quickly. And to see this rally cool off a little bit maybe is a better solution than simply continuing to run as we have. Seeing, what was it? It was the largest, like, maybe monthly, 2 month, 3 month, I don't know, quarterly increase here from November until March. You know, we can't sustain 100% monthly candles forever, or else we quickly approach infinity. That's just not possible. So yeah, maybe this is a healthy thing. We really don't see much. The weekly is not showing us signs of cooling yet on the selling pressure. RSI is very low. This is a little concerning. As you can see, that didn't happen in the same degree in the previous runs. RSI did get hotter than the previous run, so that's a good sign actually, as that shows we don't have bearish divergence on our high. But yeah, just waiting for it. Let's zoom into this daily here, see if there's anything else going on. You can see we're pretty much consolidating in this range. We have high volume. You can see that by these bars popping out, again by the volume profile. We seem kind of stuck in this range. And what's important is if you look just directly above, just a little bit above, around the 41,000 to the 45,000 level, you can see a gap in volume there. And there's also a gap in volume below us, from 30,000 down to that 24,000. This is reassuring us that these are very solid targets. Let's add this here. I honestly thought the 20 weekly was higher. Maybe this chart's goofy. It's being very strange. Oh well. Um, if I guess this is where it is. I thought it was a little higher. So maybe I was looking at a different chart. Not sure. Either way, you can see that these resistance and support levels aren't just smoke and mirrors. These are backed up by volume. Volume is reflecting them. And to me, that confirms that they are valid levels. So we are really in this little corridor of price. We can get rid of this volume profile now. We can add some trend lines here. There we go. And there we go. And we can see that price is really tightly respecting this. This is really savage. It's very boring, but savage in the sense of we aren't getting any new information. We're not getting a new direction. The 20 daily has made significant progress to the downside, and we see the 50 above us as well has curled down and is beginning to reach for price. This wedge, this higher low, lower high, if Bitcoin sustains this same price pattern, it's going to run out of room by June 10th, June 11th. So we have pretty high confidence that by the 10th or 11th of this month, we're going to see a break, whether it's to the upside or downside. Roll the dice, but we're going to see one by that timing. Could be closer than you think. I don't know if I've ever seen Bitcoin in my years of observing. I don't know if I've ever seen it actually complete a wedge like this, like go all the way out to the very end and then make a decision. It almost always breaks either to the up or downside. I would say 2/3 to 3/4 of the way into the wedge. Pretty randomly, usually. There's not a ton of evidence typically when we get to there. So daily momentum is showing some buying. It's not as strong as a buying impulse as we saw in May, and that's really going to have to be picked up as well. It needs to be picked up so much that we start seeing it on the weekly and monthly. The weekly needs to slow down on selling momentum, start to roll over, and then I'd like to see the monthly as well show some of that strength. So we are still a long way, let's say a long way in air quotes, from recovery. But this is Bitcoin. That could be one day. In one day, we could see all of that happen at once, or we could see further selling. This thing moves so volatilely, and it's wedging itself. Volatility is shrinking and shrinking, and we can see if it follows this pattern, it will continue to do that. When volatility reaches virtually zero, we always see Bitcoin do something. It tends not to trade sideways after volatility has simmered down under a boil. Let's see. On the daily RSI, if you're a patron, you already heard about this. We have a little reversal swing, momentum swing here going on the daily. RSI was oversold. RSI moved out of oversold territory, took I don't know, swung back down for a higher low, did not move back into oversold territory, and now it's at a higher high. Higher high. This might not mean a lot to many of you out there. However, this is called a swing rejection. This is a technical pattern on RSI. I guess you could use it on any oscillator. And typically this would be bullish. If we saw the same thing here, I guess actually this is a good example. We were overbought. We swung high. We didn't overbought. We weren't overbought again. And then we broke that low. That would be a bearish swing rejection. We're looking for a bullish swing rejection here. Hopefully we get it. It was confirmed on yesterday's close. However, we do see that RSI is fading back down again. We do have plenty of time in today's candle, I believe about 8 hours, 7.5, to close above. And then I would expect some follow through. I think that that's pretty easy to imagine as well. We've seen almost nothing but red days here. And a little bit of upside, a little bit of green really would just look right on this chart. There's just too much red. Even in a bear market, you typically see more green days than this. Something about this just feels fishy to me. It feels too obvious. We sold off and then we don't move. We don't have a bounce. Like if you look back to the end of the bull market in 2017, you can see it was a little different price action. We sold off and we had a solid bounce, up to 17,000 when the high was 20. We don't really have that here. The market needs to get people in the wrong direction. If we are actually entering a bear market, which I don't think we are, but if we are, market makers need to get people on the wrong side of the trade, and by pushing price down and trading sideways, they're not accomplishing that. People are bearish. If anything, they're selling. Market makers, if they want to push the price down, need to offload their bags. Where is the bag offloading happening? I don't see it. Something is very, and when I say strange, I don't mean scary or bad. It's fishy. A good mindset to have when trading crypto is to assume that the market is always trying to trap you in the wrong direction. That is something that I trade by, I live by. Always, at all times, it is trying to get you to short when you should be going long. It should be trying to get you to go long when you should be going short. And here, there's nothing. There's nothing convincing people to go long. That in itself is enough evidence for me to give more credibility to a break to the upside. Again, for those of you just joining us, welcome back, everybody. A break to the upside might not be so great. If we hit that 20 weekly and see selling pressure, things can get way uglier than they are right now. Yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting for this bounce, whether it's a dead cat or a live dog. I have no idea. The 200 daily is right above us, acting as resistance, but we're not seeing a harsh rejection from it. We were rejected initially from the 200 in May 20th, May 21st right here. We have a higher low. We were rejected again with another higher low. And for me, that's 2 tests now of the 200 as resistance. The more times we retest it, the weaker that becomes. The higher low scenario gives me a little bit of confidence that the 200 is going to be broken. That would line up with our 20 weekly test concept. Really everything on this chart. I've been saying it for days. You guys are probably bored. Probably bored of it. But everything on this chart to me speaks the same. It says that we need to see some kind of high. Some kind of swing high here. We just don't have it. We don't have it yet. I guess YouTube is now announcing subscribers. Hasn't done this in months, and now we're getting them. What's up, Bitcoin to 10K has subscribed. How you doing, man? Matt Soden, Rashid Muhammad, Sarah Cheng, Emmanuel Muna, and Mr. WTF. How you guys doing? Welcome to the fam. Thanks for subscribing. We're live here every day, so I hope you tune in. Great to have new fam joining us. If you're watching and you haven't hit that like button yet, or you haven't subscribed, please smash those buttons. Smash them. Get YouTube promoting our content out there. Let's get more fam joining us, more visibility. I appreciate everybody who does all of those likings every day. You guys are the best. 111 likes, 319 viewers. Not bad. All right. Let's continue. So we did a pretty good weekly. We did a pretty good daily. What's going on lower time frames? These lower time frames have been not very interesting either. I know, guys. I want it to be interesting, but it's just not. It's just not. To me, honestly, this is not scary. It's not comfortable. But it's just nothing. It's really just nothing. I will say on the 4-hour here, I'm not a huge fan of this RSI. I don't like when RSI seems unable to really get back above and stay above the 50 mark. So the 50 mark would be right here. And you can see we've lost it and kind of struggling to get back above it. We want to get back into overbought territory. However, we seemingly just keep getting smashed back down. Wow, lots of subscribers. What's up, Riz, Jeremiah, Jep Sync, Simon, Shodri, Bitcoin to 20K. I like that guy. Bitcoin to 20K. He's better than Bitcoin to 10K. Iru, Crypto Man, Rob Connings. What's up, guys? Welcome. Thank you for subscribing. I'm totally enamored right now because this feature of YouTube did not work. For like 4 months it didn't work. And one of my favorite things is shouting out people as they subscribe while we're live here. And I don't know, YouTube disabled it or something. And I guess they've re-enabled it. Sweet. Awesome. Thank you, YouTube. 4-hour RSI not looking super great. Not looking super great. Momentum on the buying side seems to be waning off a little bit. Man, we're gonna need crystal balls here. He's got crystal balls that they can contribute. Got diamond balls, son. Underneath our moving averages, man. Are you guys bored of this price action? I feel like that's intentional. I feel like we're supposed to be bored of this price action. I feel like it's supposed to be boring. Man, they just keep coming. What's up, guys? What's up? WTF is going on TV? I don't know, man. Daniel O'Keefe. Vincent Crane. Mayor Jafar. Thanks for joining. Great to have you guys. For joining us here on the first day of the month. The best day. What's going on? This has not worked for months. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. YouTube, you disabled this. I thought it was gone forever. Bitcoin to 15K. Dude, we got all kinds of people. We got Bitcoin 10K to 15K to 20K. Where's the Bitcoin to like 25K and 30K? And we need like a Bitcoin to 100K too. What's up, Scott Lux? Your ghost bars. Your ghost bars. Scott Lux was looking at something comparing this sell-off to the sell-off, I believe, from 2018. There's some similarities for sure. For sure. Let's see. Started with 2 red weekly candles, and we saw a green. Sure, that lines up. Scott Lux was looking at this. I'll see if I can recreate it. It's not a bad take. It's not a bad take. It may imply a lower low. It may imply a lower low, but is coming, but not significantly lower. I do like how this price action lines up with what we already have. It puts our little swing high near our measured move that we were looking for, so that makes sense to me. Let's add that to the chart. Boom. You can see right around here in the 100,000. I don't think that is right. Something's weird. Nothing is, I feel like I'm on, this is Coinbase, but what's going on? Some of these numbers seem a little off. I know these by heart, and weirdly, they seem a little off today. What's going on with all these subscribers? I mean, I love it, man. Subscribe away. Do it. But why is it announcing so many? Maybe a lot of people are subscribing today. Sweet. What's up, Spiral Crunch? Sem Rich, Stephen Imes, Jeff Alley, Mohit Huda, Umar Jafar. I think I already got that one. Yeah, this is what he's looking at. I like it. I mean, I like the take on it. I think it creates a pretty smooth curve here. Of course, the timing of it unlikely to be the same. I guess maybe we'll do something like this. Come on. This thing's being real twitchy. I don't know why. There you go. Could be something like that. I like the smooth curve of it. It's an interesting take. Interesting to look at. It fits somewhat, and it does point towards our measured move. So, yeah, we'll see. This would definitely be a solid, really, really strong consolidation period before we went to go test highs. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I like that it fits, but I think I need to see a little more price action here to really put this in stone. So if we did follow it, we would expect this weekly to close red, the next weekly to close red, and then see a bullish engulfing weekly candle after that. It's definitely possible. I guess we'd be looking for that lower low, probably the 25 area. I'm gonna have to turn this off. This is getting crazy. Bitcoin to 2K. Someone's making accounts really fast and subscribing. Oh, I like you, man. Appreciate you. Get like quadruple the bonus points for subscribing. All right, I'm gonna have to turn it down. Turn it down for a little bit. Let's turn that off for just a wee bit. See what happens. All right, man. Yeah, I was all ready. It was all like amped up to go today, and I wish I had more to share with you guys. I think maybe we'll just do like Q&A or something, right? What else do we do? We looked at this same chart over and over. Really hasn't made any progress. We have a pretty high confidence date, June 10th, June 11th. Bitcoin's going to have to make a decision by that time. We have this wedge formed. It's very clean, very nice. It's going to run out of time. Until then, I mean, we can very easily just continue to bounce off the top, off the bottom, lower, high, higher, low, higher, low. There's really no edge. I guess something we should say too is it seems the words bear market have come around a lot lately. Too much. We've heard it too much from too many people. At one point last week, I think almost every YouTuber's thumbnail was like bear market. That's kind of I think that goes along even with what I was saying earlier. If we are entering a bear market, everyone wouldn't know. That's the difference. That's why I pointed out the 2017, 2018 sell-off is people didn't think it was the bear market. I know this might be hard to believe, hard to visualize for a lot of the new investors out there, but people legitimately were still 100,000% bullish. You had this sell-off and it bounced back up to 17. People were buying the dip. Man, I have not seen really anything about buying the dip on this sell-off. To me, that is bullish. It's not technical analysis. It's observational analysis, I suppose. But you can't have a bear market or a bull market. You can't have the start of those events with everybody in the right direction. If everyone decides it's a bear market, logically you would think, oh, well, then it'll be a bear market. That doesn't seem to be how it plays out. I don't know if that's manipulation, if it's the essence of Bitcoin, but it seems like when everyone's looking in one direction, similar to back in March, back in April, higher highs all day, every day, everybody was looking up, and guess what? We sold off. Bitcoin, I can guarantee this. I can't guarantee what direction it's going to go here, but I can guarantee this. Whatever you feel, you're likely getting baited. You're likely getting led in the wrong direction. So be wary. That's why this channel is all about non-emotional, logical, systematic analysis. That's what we do. We leave the emotions at the door. We get our math hats on. We get our chart hats on. And we take a look. Emotions never, in the history of Bitcoin, have ever seen emotions make the right trade. So keep that in your pocket. Be aware. Man, maybe it is. Maybe YouTube is just like spamming all these people who subscribed before. I don't know. Because they keep coming. Robert Cruz, man. Let's play this bad boy, though. Is it going to work? Yeah, there we go. Robert Cruz, bestie on YouTube. Can I check HEX? Well, we do have a minimum. And HEX has its own minimum. Bum, bum. Man, everybody's going crazy. What's up, Greg? Yeah, boo people are spamming. Sure. What's going on? Father Braids, man. How have you been, dude? Been a while. How you doing? Good to see a Silent Limb. Never seen a bear market feud. Fair enough. Harvey Berman, that's how you know it's not a bear market. That is like my only rationale. Dude, you can look at this chart. I look at charts all day, every day, especially Bitcoin. There's nothing here. The chart looks bad, but we're not moving down. We have stayed in this range since what, the 19th? 19th. This is 31 days of May. So that's what, 12 days plus one? No new low. That's not very bear marketish. I don't know. It's not very bull marketish either, but it's for how hyped up everyone's getting. You see, there's people in chat making accounts just to subscribe with like Bitcoin Ponzi down we go. Does that not give you kind of the evidence you need? I don't know. There's no edge. Monthly looks bad, weekly looks bad, but nothing's happening. That's why I'm very convinced. You know, there's definitely no way of knowing, but I'm convinced that we come to test that 20. I think if we shot up, especially if it happened really quickly, if we shot up to the 20 weekly, people would all of a sudden be bullish again. That's really the bottom line of what I'm saying. We can't be in the right direction. If everyone is bearish, right? Everyone is bearish. We can't see this happen. Why? I don't know why, actually. Because the market makers won't allow it. They need liquidity, and if everyone else is trading in the right direction, they don't have the liquidity. Holy crap, dude. This subscriber thing's getting crazy. 100 Air, brother, can you give my thoughts on staking alts and lending Bitcoin as part of the S cycle? Yeah, that's a good question. Let me reread it. So I want to make a stream marker. So, where did it go? Here it is. Brother, can you give your thoughts on staking alts and lending BTC in this part of the cycle? So, yeah, absolutely. Great question. Lending and staking, I guess. Staking was around, it was around 2018. Actually, staking is a lot older than I think people realize. But the lending, at least, this is new. This is interesting. So right now, actually, this is not not great news, but right now, lending APY for stablecoins, huge demand. There's been a huge demand for months, and that's why you see places like BlockFi and Celsius offering 8.6% APY on deposits for stablecoins. Why? Because there's a ton of demand to borrow them, buy crypto, then repay the loan. It's essentially using leverage to long. And as we transition, just because I don't think we're in a bear market today, doesn't mean I think we'll never be in a bear market. I think it's unavoidable. There's periods of expansion, periods of contraction in all markets. And when we see ourselves transition to the bear market, this could be a solid signal to look for. What you're going to see is that APY on stablecoins is going to come down. Unfortunately, this is what I was kind of interrupting myself a second ago to say. Unfortunately, I don't know. I just started using Celsius myself. I've been using BlockFi for months, but Celsius, I just kind of opened an account in the last month or two to check it out. Unfortunately, I have seen them go from 10% APY to 8.8. That's not ideal. We don't want to see APY dropping on stablecoins. That could be an indicator of the market sentiment. Why? Because if there aren't as many people trying to borrow stablecoins to buy, then there's less demand, and so the APY goes down. There's a little silver lining here, though, that I think everyone should be aware of, because this is something I'm looking forward to that is going to be a dramatic improvement versus the previous bear market. Is what we will expect to see then is the same as Bitcoin, or the same as stablecoins right now have a huge demand for borrowing. We're going to see a huge demand to borrow coins in a bear market. So what we would expect to see is the APY on dollars to reduce, but the APY on crypto, on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on Litecoin, on whatever you're lending, we would expect that APY to increase. So kind of a catch-22, maybe a double-edged sword kind of scenario. But I think that's going to be a game changer. In the bear markets previous, essentially you had to, you could short in the last one, before then you really couldn't. You could short, but it was really about buying back lower, which accumulates, but unless you're using leverage, doesn't really make you dollars. However, Bitcoin interest rates are sitting at 5%, maybe 6% on some platforms. We can expect that to increase, and so we might be able to just spend the bear market accumulating, doing nothing. I'm looking forward to that. And I think, yeah, like I said, even deeper, I think that those will be signals as we see those interest rates balance out, rebalance over the next few months, they should give us a solid indication of where we're going. So that's why I don't like that I saw Celsius reduce from 10 to 8.8. It's not the end of the world, but I don't really want to see it fall deeper than that. BlockFi, I know, has a very conservative lending model. I'm not so sure about Celsius. So if we BlockFi sitting at 8.6%, I wouldn't like to see BlockFi lower the rate because that would mean there is less demand. So keep an eye on that. That's actually, I didn't even think of that. That's a really good indicator that a lot of people probably aren't looking at. So that was long-winded for $5 donation, but it's a topic I liked. Mr. Robert Cruz. Mr. Robert Cruz, man. Is this going to play? Dude, this crap is... What is going on with Streamlabs, man? You're just not going to read that for no reason? Okay. Robert Cruz says, sorry, didn't see the minimum. FYI, HEX has staking with great APYs. 9 to 35% depending on how long you stake. Can you please look at the HEX chart? Well, Robert Cruz, for you, you hit that HEX minimum, we can look at HEX. So let me drop a stream marker here so I can add timestamps when we go back. We're going to take a look at HEX for Mr. Robert Cruz. Mr. Cruz. Cruz Carown. You know, I actually think I have a HEX chart still. From last time someone donated to see it. Let's see what happened. I always like to go back and see what happened to my old charts. I think this was last year. Whoa, when did I look at this? That's pretty spicy. I wish I had more points here. Looks like, wow, okay. I'm gonna have to go back and find that episode. Because if this fib retracement / extension was placed before this high, wow, did it hit that 2 extension perfectly. Jeez. All right, let's just get rid of that anyway. All right. So HEX does look to be above most resistances at this point. I do see 1, 2 more. Let's take a look at a longer time frame here. Yeah, that's what I thought. We do have monthly resistance, and this is HEX ETH pair. I probably can take a look to see if there's a USD pair now, because there wasn't when I looked at it last time. On Uniswap. Uniswap, Honeyswap. It's interesting that HEX isn't listed on any exchange, only the swaps. It's interesting. Let's look at USDT here. Nice. We have a decent amount of history. Not really. May, we have October. Okay. I guess we'll keep looking at it. Unless Mr. Robert has a preference, I guess we'll just look at it in Ethereum. Something like that. Robert Cruz. What's up, Dufrane01? This channel's undervalued. We're oversold. You know what? Oversold conditions, man. That's just a prime buy. It's a prime buy. I appreciate you. So we do have, it looks like 2 monthly resistances. I didn't see Robert say anything. So we're going to go with the ETH. The Ethereum. Yo, what's up, Web Zombies? How you doing, brother? Looks like we have a pretty solid zone of resistance up here. We have a monthly resistance in the Ethereum pair. Today's not my day, but that's okay. Let's get this watermark on. Quad zeros 30.55. Looks like it. That's monthly, and we have weekly sitting right above it at 377. So in my opinion, this is a pretty solid area of resistance here. Let's turn this red. Pretty solid zone of resistance. We have our wick high from 2020 in late December at 27 here. We're just underneath that. Ooh, HEX's momentum does look good. I'll say that. This looks good. I wish Bitcoin had this momentum right now in the weekly. That would make me much happier. Looks Looks like March of this year, it swung from selling to buying momentum on the weekly. I like that. And let's go into the daily. Off the 20. Oh, man, I'm... No comment about HEX here. You guys know my preference in coins, but yesterday touched the 20 daily, and then weekly momentum looks really good. Okay, here's something. We have selling momentum today on the daily, one red candle, not the end of the world. This chart does not look bad. It really doesn't. I'm surprised. I think you're gonna find that the quad zero is 23.6 right here. You can see we tested it in the last few days. I think you're gonna find some pretty solid resistance there. You're gonna find pretty solid. Above that, you have the 35 to 37 range by the previous rally in October 2020. But if HEX can break that, things look actually really crazy. You're going to have a monstrous measured move if you can break it. Is this? And this chart is much better than last time I looked at it. It's actually looking pretty solid. Like I say, guys, my opinion on things does not matter. I only look at the charts, so take what I say with however you'd like. But this chart looks pretty solid. I'm surprised to see a kind of strength right now as the market's so uncertain. Let's see up here. Your measured move sitting just underneath resistance. That's not really helpful. It's not really helpful. I think what we can do is this. Bam, there it is. All right, so we just discovered something special. All right, that weekly, this quad zero's 2427, the resistance I was just talking about. I had a sneaking suspicion. We saw right at 2021 a rally and a sell-off to this point. Looks like we retouched support. Might have put in a slightly lower low. It's on a swap, though. It's low volume. I'm not too worried about that. If that was on a high volume exchange, I would be a little more concerned. But we see that that's the 618 retrace from our highest point to our lowest point. This is just TA. This is just straight TA being respected here. Wow. This chart is pretty solid, man. I appreciate the tip. Appreciate the tip there, my friend, Robert. I appreciate it. And you know what? I'm so sick of looking at Bitcoin's chart right now. It is actually kind of nice to look at something that looks decently bullish. This looks pretty bullish, not gonna lie. Here's the biggest hurdle. Here's what we're gonna have to watch for on HEX. And I think that this is gonna be actually tradable. This could be tradable, though on the swap sites, with the fees, I'm not really sure how that is going to play in. I don't use them too much. But this may be tradable. You have support right here, quad zero, 1953. You can see yesterday's daily touched the 20, closed just about there within a margin of error. Today's traded below intraday is now trending back up and fighting that psychological and actual resistance of quad zeros 2. A break above here. And you're looking to retest that high. You don't want a lower high, especially not with higher RSI. You do have bearish divergence here on your highs. You have bullish divergence on your lows. As we see, trend is moving up. RSI setting lower highs and lower lows. That is bullish divergence and bearish divergence. So the biggest factor here for HEX is going to be that 20. If it can hold the 20, its chances of retesting its all-time high against Ethereum are very strong, very strong. You can see that this is the last resistance. We just tested it a few days ago, and you've got yourself a void. Just have a void here. There's just nothing. There's really no trading. You saw what looks kind of like a blow off top, but it got fully sold off and retraced. I'm surprised. I'm just surprised that it looks this good. All right. If it can close the daily back above that 24.2 area, things are looking wonderful for that retest back into our zone. So I'm just going to place these arrows. Let's do this. And if you close below the 20, you're likely to come test this. Say the 50 daily is hovering just below support. If this takes a few days to play out, they are almost certainly going to overlap. If the 50 doesn't hold, though, you have a very strong area of support down here at quad 01. Quad 01. This looks like pretty cement support to me. You can see it was tested as support here originally. It was lost. It was tested as resistance. Tested as support before the large rally. Came back below. You can see that this is really a pivotal price point. It's psychological. It's 001. Close below the 20 daily. That's where my sights are looking. Close above the 20 daily, and I'm looking for a retest of that high. You really don't have anything above you. So this chart actually looks pretty cool. I've had different things to say about HEX in the past, but chart's a chart, man. Thank you, Mr. Robert Cruz. Carown. All right. I'm going to set alerts on this. I'm interested. Now I'm interested. Disclaimer, I don't own any HEX. Someone could give me some HEX, but I don't own any. I think Bitcoin has done a little moving since we got into there. I would say this is record-breaking movement during a live stream for Bitcoin. Typically, when we go live, nothing happens. And a little bit has happened. Nothing significant, but we do see a little bit of red. Usually we just see sideways. A welcomed change for sure. For sure. All right, we're about an hour in, so I think we're going to do... I don't have much to say about Bitcoin right now. I think we went through it. We're still streaming. Don't worry. Don't go anywhere. Put the mouse down. Settle in. We're going to be here like all day. It's going to be a long live stream. I'm just doing a little math in my head on time. Okay. All right, okay. That'll do. Let's see. Let's read the chat. How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? Is anyone outside of our community bullish? Can anybody give us a sentiment report? Anybody else? Is there anybody bullish? You guys know I don't really watch anyone else. I do all my own stuff. I'm not leaving you, Jelly. Jelly, I'm never leaving you. Jay Constant. How you doing, man? Been a while. J. Craig Gaone. What's up? Thanks for the tweet likes. So many likes you get. Of course, my friend. Speaking of tweets, good idea. So, as I shilled earlier, it is the first of the month, so it's the best time to join Patreon if you're looking to invest in yourself, upgrade your trade, etc. And in that spirit, you don't have to be a patron to participate in this. Anybody can. All you have to have is a Twitter account. If you retweet and follow me on Twitter, links in the chat. If you retweet and follow, I'm giving away $20 in Bitcoin. Actually, didn't even announce a day that we're going to do it. Probably, I'd say at the end of the week, maybe. $20 for a retweet. That's a pretty good use of your time, I think. So go ahead. Winner's going to be chosen by a random number generator. As usual. TSM Creations, how you doing, my friend? And Mylan Westplatte. What's up, Mr. Mylan Westplatte? How you doing, man? Good to have you guys in our fam. We're here live every day, doing the cutting edge TA, even when there really isn't much to be done. T-Friend. You have to try Nexo. They pay up to 12% on stablecoins. Question for you, T-Friend, if you're still here, or anybody who uses Nexo. There we go. Replayed. Thanks for the 5, by the way. 12%. Is that 12? Can you get paid in like kind, or do you get paid only in Nexo? I'm not familiar with the platform. I could dip my toe in it. Dip my toe in it, see what happens. Robert Cruz, Tom Cruise. Where's Crypto Face? Is he on vacation? I think he's on vacation. I haven't heard from him. Stop checking in. How am I supposed to know if he's okay? HEX has a USDC pair and Uniswap. I saw that, but it didn't have that much history. Wait, this isn't it. I saw that. Didn't have much history. I'm willing to, honestly, I'm willing to look at it because this chart looks so good. Let's get rid of a bunch of crap here. There we go. See, this is why I don't like Uniswap. You guys can love Uniswap for finding your gems, but this is, oh, you can't see that. This is why I don't like it. I hate when charts are broken. This is just broken. Like it did not trade down to 0 essentially on no volume. It's just not real. You can see the volume actually picks up here on the 27th of March. The rest of this I would just throw away. Maybe I would take back to February, but this is all just way too low volume to deal with. It's just unlikely to be anything real. So I'm going to actually zoom out of that. There we are. Ooh, in USD pair though, USD pair does not look as hot as its Ethereum pair. We can do a lot of kind of brainstorming around what this might mean. Your Place M, what's up, man? Thanks for subscribing. J Trader, how you doing, dude? We can do a lot of brainstorming here. What can we assume? Assume's not the right word. What can we infer? There's a better word. What kind of information can we take away from a chart? Or actually a ticker? When the dollar pair and, say, Bitcoin or Ethereum pairs have differing opinions, what can we take away? Well, I can say an HEX ETH looks bullish. HEX ETH looks bullish. So that can mean either Ethereum is looking to retrace. Hi. What's that? What's up, Dalasan? Hi to you as well. Thank you for the 10, my friend. I thought you were going to go with yo. You went with hi. Well played. Ferdy Hidyat, welcome. Thanks for subscribing. What can we infer? So we can infer that, well, maybe Ethereum is going to continue to retrace. Possible. Maybe outside of Ethereum or USD, HEX is looking to move up. The USDC chart, or USDT chart is not really showing us that at this point. We see daily selling momentum had reached an apex, 23rd of May. It relaxed. It began to wane. And then May 31st, it picked back up. This is not ideal for the USDT pair, but it still looks bullish in Ethereum pair. So we can think that A, Ethereum is looking to retrace more, or perhaps HEX outside of it is looking to pack on gains. But it does not look good for the upside price of the market right now, because it looks like it may gain against Ethereum, but still lose against USDC, which isn't really the sign I was hoping for. That's okay. We have a little bearish kissing here on the MACD, but we don't have a lower low on our MACD line yet, so that's not the end of the world. This could look worse. I like this as a pattern. As a structure, this looks pretty solid. Our fib retrace tool is not helping us very much on HEX, which is weird. It's broken a 618 retrace. That's not touched 236. There's a trade to be made here as well. Despite it looking grim on the USDT pair, you have that consolidation. You have lower high, higher low. This is really looking to paint out something like this. Perhaps just mirroring the rest of the market. That could make sense. Why aren't you going to extend line right? What is happening? What's going on? I need an adult. Here we go. Something like that. I think that's unlikely to play like that exactly, though. I think we'll see something a little more parallel. Maybe if we cross these. No. 11th. That would be paralleling the cross on Bitcoin, not cross the ascending and descending trend lines convergence. June 11th on Bitcoin. That'd be placing it there. It doesn't really look right either. I'm not really sure what to think of this in dollar pair. It does not look nearly as bullish as its Ethereum pair. If I was trading this, I would absolutely be looking to the Ethereum trade. There's not a lot of history here for the dollar, so there's not too much we can go on. I think at 2.1 cents, it's pretty safe to assume there'll be some support there. Some support. You can see that here on the weekly. This chart. 2.18, something like that. And then you're going to likely have another level down here at 1.39. Outside of that, we really don't have much to go on the dollar pair. You have 3 weekly candles next to each other. So we have a local support at 3.8 cents and local resistance sitting just above current price. What's that? 5.5. That's a good number. That's a good number. 5.5. I like it. So there you go. I've spent more time than I have ever spent on HEX. I like it. I like the way it looks in Ethereum pair. Not a huge fan of the way it looks in USDT pair, but that makes sense because look at Bitcoin. What is it doing? No one's really sure. Consolidating. It hasn't moved higher, so to expect to see bullish USDT pairs in the space, I think is a big ask. Oh, Mr. Robert Cruz. Well, I like what I did here. I'm probably not going to do a third chart on HEX, but I am curious how much data it has. V3, V2 data. V2, what? V1, V2. I don't see any versions here. I don't see it. Anyway. Wish you the best of luck. I think that's a pretty good breakdown of HEX. I'm not going to lie. I was surprised, pleasantly surprised by what I saw. All right, here we go. This is why I said it was, we had a little movement. We don't usually have anything exciting when we stream. So we have a kind of pivotal level here. We can see that we have logically a support, 35,680. That lines up with yesterday's open. So this level is not just a support. This level is also the bearish engulfing line, meaning if price trades below 35,680 today and closes, we'll have a bearish signal. Bomb, bomb, bomb. But there is likely to be some support here from the previous candle closes. Below that, you have 34.62. CTSI, what's up, Mr. Greg? Greg Ganu. Vape dude, yeah, we can look at CTSI. I just like wanted to get off of Bitcoin because it's not moving yet. But that is going to be our level. Let's go back to the hourly quick. You can see we're hovering right above it. It would not be unheard of to break this and then wick back up. Stop out new long positions. That makes sense. I'm going to add an alert there so while we're investigating other stuff, we don't miss anything. No! No! Our CTSI trade that was placed live, stopped out by... Whales watch this stream and they hunt me. They hunt me. Little do they know I hunt them back. Check out this BS. This is why leverage is so very tricky, guys. We had this trade set up live on stream. We looked to stop at 1,417 sats. No, 14. Yeah, wait, right? Yeah, 1,417 sats. Price moved to 1,402. That is a 1% difference. This would have been a great trade. You can see we were looking for this consolidation. Looks like we got it. This doesn't look that bad either, man. That's a higher low versus May, early May. So that's a higher low, yeah, for the month. RSI looks pretty sketchy. That's all right. Daily, daily, daily. Losing, selling momentum. What's up, Samim and Tyrone, John D, Callie, Franklin DC, MA. All these people subscribed. Ferdy. That's it. Thanks for subscribing, new fams. Welcome. Make sure you've enabled the notifications and hit that bell. But in reality, just jump in Discord. There's no point. YouTube is never going to really alert you that we're live. So Discord link in the chat. Jump in there. CTSI, though, following the TA. Excellent. Magical chemical deity. Magical chemical deity. That is a strange name, but you're a great person. Can I check out Nuu BTC? Yeah, we could do that then. I'll pull it up, but we're going to go through CTSI here for a bit. Nuu USD CTSI. Okay. Just organizing. So CTSI BTC somehow got rid of, there it is. Trade setup stopped out by 1%. Womp womp. We consolidated as expected. This was all placed during, I'm assuming last time Greg tipped for it. Maybe not. We were looking for an upside target here at 3,785 sats. We have not hit it. We back tested our support. We were just a little too conservative, I suppose. We have stronger supports below us, like 1,200 sats, 850-ish sats. But so far, we're not really seeing signs of those being tested. We see lower highs on our positive momentum. We have potentially the first higher low. This is a consolidation sign to me. This is on the 12-hour, not the daily. On the daily, we see selling momentum waning. What I would like to see here, since it did follow our consolidation pattern, I would like to see this with CTSI. I want to see it trade sideways. We may see another test of this low. That may be actually a pretty solid entry because you have below it really, really strong supports. 1,200 would be primo to look to take a position. I'd like to see it continue to consolidate. We're going to need to see Bitcoin resolve whatever it's doing here, whatever that is. We're going to need to see that resolve. And when we do, if we've consolidated, we haven't put in new lows, CTSI is going to be positioned really nicely. Really nicely. So nicely, in fact. I might be sad that that trade got stopped out. We'll see. Are you guys as like, I don't know. I'm happy to have these alerts back, but it's trolling me. What's up? Sampy254TV has subscribed. A little bit of everything has subscribed. Nice. A little bit of everything. Jonathan Isorena and Oliver Muellermark. Welcome, fam. Great to have you guys. Okay. Let's see, consolidate. I don't know if we have a dollar pair on this bad boy, but we're going to check her out. We do. Let's check out the dollar pair. In general, we're going to see weaker dollar pairs here as well, guys. Whether you like it or not, this market is still dictated by Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin is not going up in dollars, the odds of everything else not going up in dollars are pretty good. But Bitcoin will make up its mind here soon enough. Interesting. I'm going to get rid of that. This is a weird chart in dollars. This is definitely a weird chart in dollars. Not a ton of history, but definitely enough to work with. I think if we zoom out on the monthly, we have nothing. This is something that, this is what makes bull markets kind of nerve-wracking, is you'll see these giant moves to the upside. When we look at the monthly here, there's no support on the monthly below us. 8.4 cents. We're currently at 67. So to identify a major support, we'd have to go almost down 90%. That is nerve-wracking. That's nerve-wracking to make an entry. You have to be very careful. Very, very careful. I think I'm going to actually modify that to 10 cents here because we have 0.995. That's really close to 10. We see its first traded candle here. Touched that 10. We didn't quite get the back test. Does not look great in dollar pair either, does it? Pretty much the same as everything. You have some bearish divergence on your highs. You have some bullish divergence on your lows. You just don't have the support below yet to really... You just don't have that support to really feel confident taking a position in anything. Let's see. 41.7 cents as local support here on the weekly. Okay, the daily looking better though. You have that same waning momentum on the sell side. You're consolidating. I like that. Honestly, I want this to trade sideways as long as it can, and then I want to see a breakup. So CTSI, I think, is looking pretty good in comparison to the rest of the market. But it's going to be dependent on Bitcoin either way, really, at the end of the day. So thank you, Mr. Greg. Hashtag Vape Nation, my friend. All right. Magical Chemical Daddy wants to take a look at Nuu. N-U. Sure. Sounds good. NU. At 420 watching. Nice. All right, NU. This is what I was talking about. I think you can see actually here better than on some of the other charts. I'm going to have to turn this off. This is going to drive me nuts. Your channel, what's up? Nicole Chison. Jose Caballero. Mihahi Falukta. Welcome, people. Good to have you guys. I think you can see what I was saying about CTSI here on Nuu. You can see that this is consolidating, but this is not in the same way. You can see the trend generally has been pushed down, whereas CTSI was moving sideways. That's really the consolidation you want. What I see here on the daily for Nuu is not quite as nice. Let's look at this. This is a chart. So we can see, this is getting uglier as I do it. We can see what is a bearish broadening wedge. Called a microphone. You're below the 200 daily. Man, this is going to really have to see like a capitulation. Capitulation or a blast to the upside. It needs to be shocked back into shape. Didn't hold the weekly, but then bounced back, so that's a positive sign. You do have weekly support, 25 cents. 25.27 cents. Can see on the big sell-off, the weekly closed below, the next week jumped back above it. I would consider that as the support is respected. However, it's showing us it's maybe not the strongest. Maybe not the strongest. Monthly, you got nothing. Got nothing. Potentially a new resistance at 67-ish cents. My controls. What's going on with my controls? So yeah, that's not ideal. You're seeing lower lows. You're not seeing any higher highs, but you're getting this broadening, expanding pattern. Your real saving grace here is going to be this consolidation from December to February. You need to hold this level. That's about 25 cents, as we said. If you don't, things are looking really not great. Where did this 25 go? Let's just put it right at 25. There you are. But hope is not lost. Hope is not lost. You can almost visually see here selling momentum has chilled out a little. Chilled out. These lows look to be less violent. You can see they sold off more of a V-shaped recovery that would be sold off. Here we're getting that probably really similar to Bitcoin. I bet this is a symmetrical something or other. Let's look at it. It's not as clean. Yeah, you can see that we have a different pattern forming here. I hope that is a reversal. I hope. Man, this looks a lot like Bitcoin. You have momentum to the upside on the daily, so that's positive. You do have bullish divergence here. All right, that's different. This is a change up in the charts. You do have bullish divergence on your low May 23rd. You have a higher low on RSI. That's this indicator right here. You have a higher low versus the 24th, 25th of April. But you have a lower low in price. Because your RSI and your price aren't moving in the same way, you have bullish divergence because you're looking at a low. Yeah, we went on early today. I feel like people are still sleeping. People still sleeping out there. Are you still sleeping? If you're sleeping, raise your hand. All right. What's the chat saying? I'm back. Where's the chat? What's up, Arvin Belvis? Perfect day to buy. Sylvie, darling. It's good to see you, Sylv. Great to see you. Sylv, you've been around forever. Love you, darling. Guess what, Sylv? This is for you and actually everyone else. Guess what? But Sylv, this will mean more to Sylv. Today, June 1st. This is our 2-year, well, this is my 2-year anniversary of creating the channel. 2 years, June 1st. Big deal. Where to get these shades? James Faulkner, I'll tell you in Discord. They refuse to send me free ones or sponsor me, so I refuse to shout them out. If they just sent me one pair of sunglasses, I would have sent them so much business. But no, they won't. Has 1K been called already? Not yet. Not yet. Analyze Shiba. Might be able to look at it. Christopher Moon, Groper said CS back from vacation. Oh, well, nice. Ooh, BitBoy is bullish AF. But didn't he just sell is he bullish or not? I don't know. Love Ben Armstrong. I don't follow the content too much, although I will be on Across the Blockchain again this month. I do like that show. I dig it. I dig it, man. Let's take a look. On the 15-minute here, we got a little double bottom on the 15-minute. That's not a bad sign. We are seeing some buying. Nice. What's up, Future Fox? Mama Jedi, my darling. How have you been? Welcome back. Ben is always a bull. Me too. Maybe that's why we're friends. Love you too, James. Shiba Hiba. All right. I guess, you know what? I'll look at Shiba. Usually we do it by tip request, but we don't have many right now. The hype isn't too high. So let's take a look at Shiba. When in Rome. We already looked at HEX. We'll look at Shiba. Well, the low did hold. The low did hold. That is something. We're looking at Shiba Inu on FTX and USD pair. 50 penta 0 6 cents. Held as the low. We don't have a lot of chart history here, so it's going to be harder. We don't have really anything on our lows here that make us feel too confident. On our highs, we have a higher high in RSI, but no higher high in price. Not ideal either. Not ideal either. These are 4 hours. I'm not even going to look at 4-hour moving averages. This looks just like Bitcoin. Just like Bitcoin. You have your highs, you have your highs coming down, your lows coming up. You have pretty much parallel, symmetrical, whatever you want to call it, flag. Shiba does seem to have found some support. We have 785 here, and just above it at what, 8? Probably 8. So I'd say there's a zone of support between Penta 5, 785, and 8. Right around here. And you can see this support actually pretty clearly on the chart here, though some of you may not have the eye. You can see it pretty clearly as multiple daily candles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 candles have intraday traded below this level. And before the daily closed, before traders settled up for the day, they bought it back up. Now, while we can say that is a support, something we have to keep in mind here is this is a support that's been hammered over and over and over again. Each time a support or resistance is tested, it becomes weaker. So keep that in mind before you go crazy thinking all in there. This is kind of a jigsaw puzzle of a chart. Here's what we were looking at last time. And I think because our low held, we can really make the same assumption. We can still make the same assumption and look for the same things here on Shiba. We're going to look at our retracement levels. And when we do here, we actually see these line up really well with our chart. The 0.5, this is where we always look first. Quad 0, 2200, 000022. That is the 0.5 retrace. That is the most common retrace. We always look for it. It hits like clockwork, just not always when you want it to. That is 3x from here. Not bad. Not bad. Deeper in is the 618. This is the golden retrace. That's at 2600. That'd be a little higher retrace there. A little more up. A little more. Maybe the 12 hours something. Momentum's a little sketchy here. If Shiba can close today with a little bit of strength, it may be looking a little bit better than it is right now, but this is not the prettiest chart at the moment. If I were looking to enter Shiba, I would be waiting. I'd be waiting for at least that 785. But to be honest, if I were going to enter it, I would wait. I would look for the low that's already been tested here back in May 19th at Penta 06. I would look to enter here. If I was going to enter, that's what I would do. I don't trust that 785 as it's been hit. It's just been hit too many times to really hold up. We don't see really any signs of bullish activity or buying yet. We actually have some bearish divergence. We have a higher high in RSI, but a lower high in price here. Not ideal. And on the 4-hour, we see momentum rolling over. Really, this might not have anything to do with Shiba, regardless of how I feel about it. A lot of the market looks like this. If we get rid of all this stuff here, it's almost exactly the same as Bitcoin. We have the lows coming up, the highs coming down, and we're just trading a less volatile range. The range is becoming less and less volatile. It's not bad. Just is how it is. Man. Jedi. Mama Jedi, did she leave? Did I miss it? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? T1 Ford, how you doing, man? John is C. What is XRP? What's up, Tower 565? Shiba's dead. I mean, that chart doesn't look too hot, not gonna lie. Good to see me live. Love you. Love you, Mama Jedi. Come visit us in Patreon. Dominance, yeah, dominance is looking interesting. I will say that was exactly as we called. We didn't know if Bitcoin was going to break up or down. I thought we were going to break up, but we broke down. And as we expected, on the volatile move, we saw Bitcoin dominance jump. And that's pretty much what I'm looking for again. Whenever Bitcoin makes a strong move, up or down, dominance tends to trend with it. For me, that is the bullish setup. That's what I want to see. If I didn't see that, I'd be worried. Yeah, James, exactly. I'm more of a Doge fan myself. Man, 300 watching. This is it's a low hype stream. That's okay, guys. Not all of them have to be the most hype. And honestly, we're on like 2.5, 3 hours earlier than we usually are, so people are probably still sleeping. I don't even think we're live. We are going to be live a long time today. I think we're going to go at least for another 2-3 hours. But in order for that to happen, I got to go to the bathroom. So here's what I want you guys to do. Make sure you've liked and subscribed to the stream. All right, make sure you've liked and subscribed. Jump in Discord, check out Patreon. You have like 3 minutes. I'm going to make this I just have to pee. But I cannot keep going without peeing. So I'm going to throw the smoke screen up. If anybody comes in and is like, what's he doing? Just be like, he's just taking a long pause. He's a dramatic speaker. All right, give me 2 minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. Do not close that tab. Use this time to like and share. All right, that was faster than I bet you thought, huh? That's right. Let's turn some tunes. It's a quiet day. Let's get some tunes going. Let's get some tunes. Let's read some chat. Adam Johnson. What's up, Adam Johnson? It's weird how many people it's saying are subscribing, which is, I actually believe it because I've seen these people chat in the chat. But it seems like a really slow day. Discord, we've had one person join Discord the entire episode, the entire stream. We've been on live an hour, only one person. Something feels weird. Something feels weird on the YouTube force. Let's pull this chat up. Have I seen Uno? I've only invested in dos. Dos. That's it. Just dos. Los dos. Yep. Now, here we go. Here's our streaming sideways. That's what we're used to. Los dos. Who's here? If you're here, let me know. What's up, Michael V? Michael V, chilling the Uno on Qcoin. You know what? One in Rome. Didn't even ask, but let's take a look at the Uno for Mr. Mike V. I guess I'll make a copy. Uno? It's on Qcoin. Cool. At least it's not Uniswap coin. We're gonna take a look at this chart. Uno, dos, tres. Okay, not a lot of traded history going on here. Looks like began trading on Qcoin May 27th. Interesting day. I guess we can infer there may be some support at 33 cents. We see that the first day of trading closed there. Second day of trading traded above, back below. And today may have back tested it, but that's a little violent of a back test. So let's zoom it in. There we go. That's showing us that support there in the 12 hours holding. Probably some support here in the 27 to 28 cent area as well from these multiple closes. However, remind you guys, there's not a lot of chart history, so we're doing what we can here. We're doing what we can. 4 hours coming off of it. All right. A little hit. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it this way. 27.88 cents. We're on the hour right now. Yeah, bullish divergence. You're coming off of bullish divergence even on the hourly. Off of that 27.88 cent in this consolidation area. Let's see. Measured move time? Sure. Let's look at moon targets first. Let's take our highest point and our lowest point. Let's connect them. Let's see where that points us. $12.5. That's a nice round number. Our measured move sitting at $1.67. So we're looking for a break of 60 cents as we've never traded above this level. We're unlikely to find resistance above. So I'd be looking for $1.12. First upside target. And where would we look below? Well, I guess the first daily traded candle. I don't usually count these, so we don't have a lot to go on. 15. Yeah, that's a clean number too. I'll take it. 15 cents as the lowest point in this chart. Probably a decent spot to start looking for support. Yeah, I don't know if there's a lot else here. You can see this local move, see if it lines up, and it does. So maybe we're only looking for a break of 44 cents to retest the high. Let's add that to our chart. One in Rome. I'm having trouble finding the support below. It's unclear. Probably right there. 25E. So let's give the downside as well. Under 25.2 cents, and you're likely looking, if not in some kind of price discovery mode, you're likely looking to test the lowest traded value. That'd be 15 cents. So this chart, there's not a lot of history, so there isn't a ton we can do with it. However, we do, by looking at these candles, get an idea of where this may be headed. Our first obstacle at 44 cents above us. Our high at 60 cents. Our measured move targets $1.12, $1.67. And below this 27 to 25 cent zone may be a good spot to look for a quick play. But below this level, we have 15 cents. There's not much else below it. So, all right, well, I'm going to set alerts because I'm going to be interested. I don't know what this coin is. It is clearly new. Let's set some alerts here so we can keep an eye on it in the future. Cobains. Well, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael V, for giving me something to do. What's up, False Flags of Wolfpack? Cal J, how you doing, brother? John Doe. Cable Digital. Oscar Boado. Hello from Southern California. What's up, California? Everybody's waking up in California. Welcome back, everybody. Louis V. Heat wave, yeah, dude. It was like 30 degrees this week, and now it's like gonna be 90s again soon. This weather's crazy. Meeker's Adventures, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Welcome back. Cable Digital. Sixer D. Uno. Alright, look at these Unos. People are talking about Unos. Please have a look at the Uno. Uno, dos, tres. We did. We looked at Uno. James Ford, no, the fields are gonna fall off. Good. Be here till the wheels fall off. I like it. People lose interest, Simon. That's very accurate. People lose interest when the bulls lose control. People lose interest, honestly, when it's sideways. Interest is really not that high. It really was not that high, even April. This is something that you guys may not be as aware of because you don't have the analytics. But I do. Peak interest in crypto was actually in January. Maybe really early February. And after that sell-off in January, it never really recovered to that peak kind of interest, search volume, etc. And that's a reason why I'm not so convinced of further downside here. We saw something similar in January before rallying back up to new highs, kind of shrugged off the energy, folded new hands. If you look at the on-chain metrics, that's what we saw here as well. New wallets dumping. New wallets, meaning people who have bought in the last month to 3 months, price fell below their entry, and they sold. Those coins we see older wallets acquiring. It's accumulation, weak hands to strong hands. You know what I mean? It's just such a guessing game right now. I want cake. Angelica F. Thoughts on HEX? We looked at HEX today. Second time ever on stream. We looked at HEX. Someone sold 200k market. Michael V. Womp womp. It's okay. I think that your Uno's looking not bad though. TBH. What's up, R Golem? How you doing, my friend? Nabil Ahmed from Dubai. Welcome. And shout out to all our brothers and sisters in Dubai. Pranav Satyal, what are thoughts about today's Bitcoin high? 38. It was like just under 38. Just another lower high. Some higher lows. Let's get rid of this. There we go. Not a lot of thoughts here. Did a pretty decent in-depth run on this chart earlier. We've had a little time off. I'm a little rusty, so I'm getting back into the jam. End of June Q2 prediction. So June is going to be tricky. I think that we do see buying into at least the end of June, if not earlier. We do see some buying. I think we test the 20 weekly this month. I think that this quarterly candle closes red. I know. I think it closes red, but I don't think it closes in its current state, which is a huge bodied red candle. I think it's going to close with a large wick on the bottom side. July, my thoughts have not changed on July. If we see that, if we do get that. Well, even if we don't, my thoughts haven't changed. July, I'm looking for the next leg. I do not believe this bull market is over. I know some of you might, I don't. I'll need to see that 20 weekly tested first. See how that goes. One step at a time. Jake Paul leveraged trading and lost everything. Whoops. Womp, womp, womp. Angelica F. How about Pulse Chain airdrop? Do I have a strategy yet? Well, nothing to do with HEX. But my strategy for airdrops is always the same. Sell 4 to 12 hours before an airdrop. Not financial advice. But that has been my strategy on everything. And I've never regretted it. I don't like airdrops. Nothing is free. If you're getting something for free, you just haven't gotten the bill yet. That's how I see it.
WASNT going to ask today, but to everyone looking, can you take a look at CELR and CKB CELR?
What's up, Cal J? Thank you for the 20, my friend. I wasn't gonna ask today, but everyone. Yeah, dude, today is a slow, chill day. It's our first day back streaming in a while. We only have 325 watching. Ooh. I wonder if we're even in search results, honestly. But we can take a look. I know CELR. I know that was doing pretty hot the other day. This hot, cold weather is destroying my allergies. Destroying. Ugh, but I'm making it. I'm making it. Ah, you looked so good. You looked so good. When did we look at this? Looked at it back here. Double topped. Not looking as strong now. You did bounce the 200 daily. That's solid. You know, I forgot to stream label this bad boy. Let me stream label it. I've been adding these stream markers so you guys later can go through and just watch the parts you want to watch instead of seeing like a 5-hour long video and being like, no thanks. Yeah, I don't think we're in search. No, I don't see us in search. That's okay. Shadow band. Or I don't know, I type in my name and I find us? I don't know, Meg. Who knows? Alright, let me add this stream label. All these subscribers. It is so strange. It's so strange. Where are all these subscribers coming from? I don't think anybody's joined the Discord. We've had 3 people in an hour. I guess 1 left, because or they changed their name, I don't know. 3 people in an hour. I don't understand what's going on. You think we're shadow banned. Alright. Let me keep saying stream label, and then I keep not clicking it. Okay, CELR. Alright, CELR. Updated. Does look like we hit that 618 retrace at 2.9 cents since we last looked at it. Held as support as we did close daily below both that level, that retracement, that support, and the 200 daily. We did close below, however, the next day, bullish engulfed on the daily out of it. Not bad. That's what you want to see. If you're going to be closing below values like this, you want to see a buying response. When you don't, that's when things get threatening. So you're back above the 200. We do have the 50 and 100 daily moving averages crossing bearishly above us. Directly above us, it looks like literally this candle, if not next candle, next candle. But the 100, the longer moving average, is still sloping up. It's still climbing. So the 50 is not quite as threatening in this cross as it could be. You have bullish divergence. All right, on May 23rd, you have bullish divergence. You can't look at it any other way. You have your lower point in price here, right here, but it's not your lowest point on RSI. That's back on the 24th of April when price was higher. So that's bullish divergence on your lows. You have really slight bearish divergence on your highs. Most things do right now, but you don't locally. That's what I like. That's what I like to see. What is this? What is this? Man, 12 hour really just hanging out there in the middle of RSI. Very unusual in crypto. You don't see this often. You don't see price ranging with RSI remaining not overbought nor oversold, meaning the RSI isn't above 80 and it's not below 20. I guess traditionally we would say 70-30. But you don't see this often. Even if it was 70-30, it still hasn't touched either since April, in a whole month. This is very unusual. There's no defined technical outcome from this. This isn't bearish or bullish. What I could take from this is, though, is whatever move it's going to make next is likely to be a big one. Likely to be a big one. I like it, though, man. You found support. Your previous range, you consolidated there a little briefly. Found some support there. I don't like the pattern. Oh, man. Right here. I don't like the pattern here. This is another one of those broadening wedges, or broadening, bearish, whatever. Broadening, bearish. I call it a microphone. The names of things is just so gibberish. I don't know why people get all caught up on them. And how we define that is this. We have our lows coming down and our highs coming down, but our lows are deeper. If they were parallel, we'd have a descending parallel channel. That'd be good. I don't find this pattern specifically bullish, but it's not possible break to the upside. I do see there's absolutely a big move coming. I don't see an edge, though, unfortunately. Things are looking really good for this coin. And Bitcoin just threw a wrench in everything, didn't it? Really goofed up everybody's day. I don't like that 4 hour. Well, you hit your 618. You back-tested support. You want to stay above 2.9 cents. Easy as that. I like the buying response. I like that you're back above the 200. That's better than Bitcoin can say. So CLR, don't really have an edge, and that's likely going to be true of a lot of the market. We've been lucky today. We've looked at some weird ones. Inverse head and shoulder. I mean, we could see something like that. Yeah. I mean, obviously, then we would need to see 6.2 cents. We'd need to see that. Break that neckline. This is looking just very, very much following Bitcoin, but at the same time, also not like nearly as bad off. Oh man, actually, some of these alts, 10 cents to 2. It's like an 80%. That's a typical complete bear market correction. I think I'm just going to stick with I don't have an edge here. Now you have what looks like a bearish pattern, but you have some bullish stuff. You held support. You held the 200. You're above it. This does look to be consolidating sideways. I think the longer can hold that, the better. That's really like the only kind of edge I see here. Hold this. Look to break, back test, bump, and run. And then you do get that inverse head and shoulders pattern. That's what you'd like to see. Like that. So we're going to keep an eye. I have my alerts set. There's no edge here, man. It's just moving sideways, which is good, though. Continue to move sideways. CELR. Do it. Don't start moving down. That won't be as good. What else did you want to look at? CKB. Can do that, too. Don't have much else to do today. All right, CKB. Nervos. All right. The last time we looked, actually, I don't really remember the last time we looked at it. Probably for you there, Mr. Cal J, so you can remember. Looks like we did test that measured move 2, or 2 extension measured move. Looks like we tested it twice. Found resistance, sold off. You know what? This reminds me weirdly of CELR, man. It's a conspiracy. So we have that similar consolidation right above 1 cent. We found resistance there in 2020. We hit a low. We consolidated at 1 cent. We broke up. We hit our measured move at 3.5 cents, traded all the way to 4.5. And now, though we haven't actually touched it, I think we can pretty much say we have. That's within a margin of error. Similar reaction to the 200. You closed a daily below it. Price shot back up. People bought it back. And now you're trending sideways on top of it. Man, I think it's going to be the same as CELR. It's going to be hard to find an edge here, but let's take a look at our indicators. Not quite enough buying power yet. You can see there was a lot of selling momentum. We are still building buying momentum on the daily. Still building. We haven't quite gotten enough of it yet. RSI, we don't have the clear bullish divergence on RSI like we have on some other coins, unfortunately. You don't have bearish divergence. This is actually a key takeaway here. Let's get rid of all this. Let's get rid of all this. Key takeaway. Let's just look at RSI and price. Here we go. Learning lesson. Most coins right now have bearish divergence. So they will have either higher highs with lower highs on RSI, or they'll have lower highs with higher highs on RSI. This actually has neither. Unfortunately, this lacks the bullish divergence that we've seen on many coins on the lows. If we looked back, CLR, we had bullish divergence on this low because this was not the lowest point in RSI right here. Yet it was the lowest point in price. This doesn't have that because this is the lowest point in price and the lowest point in RSI, but it doesn't have bearish divergence on its highs. We have a high and then a lower high, and we have a high and a lower high in RSI. So you interpret this the way you'd like. I like it doesn't have bearish divergence. That's uncommon. Most coins do, actually. I'm enjoying where it bounced from. Did it hit 1? It hit 1. Perfect. To me, that means that's likely the value that we were looking for instead of this 9799. So let's get rid of that. Put it at 1. Boop. Oh, it didn't. Just barely missed it. Either way. Close enough. Does look like you back tested the support. This is just not convincing yet. I'd like to see this continue to move sideways. There may be, we may still see a test of that 1 cent area. There may be a play there. Man, look at me putting out trades. Putting out trades. So a test of that 1 cent area is still possible. What I would look to do is take a position here, and I would look to stop it. I would look to place my stop loss just below the 22nd, 23rd of February's low. Where would I look to close in it? We could aim back for that 2 measured move at 3.5 cents, but I think there's something more logical to do here. We're going to take our high, take our low. Actually, let's see how this fits on the higher high. Nah, about the same. Yeah, do it this way. And we can look to close this either at the 0.5, so that gives us a little more upside, or at the 618. These are both high probability retraces. That's at 2 and 2.3 cents. Keeping our stop just below February's lows. Even just taking it to the 0.5 retrace. That's 100% take to a 23% risk. That is almost a 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio. That's a trade that's not bad. Not bad. You only have to have, with a 25% probability, you can be profitable making this trade at a 5-to-1. So I like that. I like that. I think that we are going to see the retracement. I think we are going to see that 0.5. What happens there is going to be anyone's guess, likely up to what's going on in the market. But I would not really look to take a trade here. You're at the 236. You're off your low by 40%. That's a 40% downside just to get an entry. I would be looking at that 1 cent. Psychological. It was we saw consolidation there, and we saw it as resistance before. So actually, this is a pretty technically great trade. I like the chart. We'll see what happens. We will definitely see what happens. I hope. Bitcoin not moving. Awesome. DGB going to zero. Useless project, Aaron. You're wild, man. I love DGB, guys. I love DGB. Decentralized proof of work. Those are my jams. Heavy in both. You love the chart? Yeah, dude. Right on. Right on. Master of Coin Digital. Why is it so difficult to say there are higher chances of going lower? I don't think it's difficult. I don't think it's difficult to say. What's up, Jordan Allen? How you doing, brother? Got something here from Nuu Crypto Discord. I don't know what that is, but welcome. Ryan B. How you doing, man? Pond? Maybe. What's up, Sharknado? How you doing, brother? Dr. Dust. Yeah, Andy Ramirez. Ramirez. ¿Qué pasa, Andy Ramirez? Yeah, I think we are shadow banned. James, we have to do something about it. It's okay, guys. Here's what we'll do. We're just gonna, like, at some point, we'll just shut down the stream, and then we'll stream again today. That's pretty much what we have to do. Yeah, only 288 watching. We've been live 2 hours. All right. I wanted to do more than that, but I feel like we probably need to get a restart somewhere. We need to squeeze this in somewhere. What do you guys think? Usually we have like 6, 7, 800 watching. So this is a little unusual. Usually that means we're shadow banned. Womp womp womp. Wouldn't be the first, wouldn't be the last time. Great reason, very relevant reason to get in the Discord. YouTube always shadow banning us constantly, like right now. If we were to go live right now, you would not get an alert. But if you're in Discord, link is in the chat. It's also pinned to the top of the chat. You would get that alert every time. Discord is free. It's full of educational content. It's got 24/7 live stream and chat. Get in there. It's the best way to keep up with our streams, by far. Shadow ban won't even matter. You won't even know. Yeah, we're going to do more streaming today. I guess we are going to have to get out of the shadow bans. What's up, Max Coin? How you doing, dude? Mr. Green? You found the right recommendations. I don't know then. What's going on? Because these numbers don't make sense. I think we're 2 hours earlier than we usually stream. That could be why. You're sub-a-dub rubbed. Let's check out CoinGecko. People are saying things are pumping. I don't know. Doesn't look like anything's pumping with the highest gainer, 2.6 cents in the last hour. ADA continuing to be strong, though. Theta, the biggest gainer in the last 24 hours, next to Pirate Chain. Arr. What a silly, silly thing. Doesn't really look like much is moving. I'll take big green dildo. That'd be great. Shadow bands. Yeah, that's a good idea. Sub Larsilla. Sub bruh. Sub bruh. Derek Merrill. How you doing, dude? Is ADA making a new high? Probably unlikely. Unlikely without Bitcoin resuming an uptrend. Bitcoin resumes an uptrend, becomes very likely, in my opinion, ADA does hit a new high, but unlikely until it does. Unlikely until it does. You just got an alert. What? I don't know what's going on then. Like, I don't know what's happening. 280 watching. I guess we're, like I said, 2 hours early. Could be why. Something just feels off. I guess we're not shadow banned, but it just doesn't feel right. Something feels weird. Feels weird about the amount of traffics. Yeah, like some dude who I've never heard of before is #1 in Bitcoin live search result. He only has 200 something watching. Never heard of this guy, Alex. Looks like he almost never streams. Maybe he does stream like every day. I've never seen him before. It's weird. It's weird how you can be in this space all the time. And then you just see new names that you've never seen before, and apparently they stream all the time. Actually, it looks like he's streamed regularly for like 2 weeks. I don't know. Who knows? Why? We're not here, so we're not showing up really in the Bitcoin live search. Man, it's just, you know what it is? His views are just low. There's like 266 watching this guy, 320 watching something I've never heard of either. It's just dead right now. Dead energy. Max coin, am I long or shorting? Neither. Neither, man. This is how you get caught out. If I was a new investor, I'd probably look to DCA here. I would look to make a purchase, especially if I had started buying at, say, 50, 55, 60K, I would definitely take this opportunity to add. But I didn't. I started buying, God, 4 digits. Low 4 digits. So this price isn't appealing to me. I would not take a leverage position here. Why? One, this wedge can continue out, and you can just get drained via fees. Just drained. Maintenance fees, funding fees, whatever. Also, these triangles, they do tend to fake break in one direction before running the other. So you may have the right trade. Even after all those fees eat you away, you may still be on the right side of the trade, but that fake break, up or down, whichever direction you're not picking, may stop you out right before it runs up or down. It's just a bad place to take a trade. Here's where I would take my next trade. The 20 weekly. 20 weekly, guys. I don't trade leverage often. When I do, I almost only short. Almost only short. Why? Because I'm hedging my portfolio. My portfolio is long. I can take a short position, and I can protect myself from downside. I've done some pretty awesome shorts in my day. And the next place that I have any interest in shorting, opening leverage 20 weekly. Because of the threat of it, I almost every time I open a short on leverage, I hope to get liquidated. For that same reason, my portfolio is long. I don't care about my short position. It's almost a sacrifice. It is a sacrifice towards a more threatening price level. And to me, 20 weekly. You hit it, you reject hard, and I think you're looking for lower lows. I don't think we're looking for lower lows off of this wedge, though. And there is no guarantee that the 20 weekly will reject price. I would love to see it blast through. You see a huge gain, probably a measured move to the upside, probably soar us through the 5-figure zone. But it's worth it. It's worth it. Because we see a rejection there, could get very bad. So I can sacrifice some of my portfolio almost as an offering to the Bitcoin gods. And I'll say, you can have this, but you can't take the rest. What's up, Matthew Beralt? Nice, Aeon. I'm in the 3rd. I don't know. Then it's just like really low viewership today. Is what it is. That's okay. Jimmy Biscuit Donk. What's up, peeps? Dirty Jers. Gray Opera. What's those Bitcoins everyone's talking about? That's magical internet money. Brought to you by a bunch of math nerds. Red Sea Youth. How big is your portfolio? Never on the internet. Never share your portfolio on the internet, guys. This is just OPSEC 101. As far as anyone asks, I don't have any crypto. What's a Bitcoin? sharing your holdings only can make you a target. There's no upside. I guess what, you get to brag or something. Great. That lasts all of 2 seconds. Sharing your portfolio size can only attract interest, negative interest to you. Don't ever do it. Don't ever do it. Doesn't matter how small it is. What is small now may be big later. What's up, Victor Carvalhal Gomes? What do you think about UTK? UTK. I looked at it recently. I'll pull this chart up. I'm not going to break it down in depth. Let's just see what progress it's made. Still doing the same jam. Lower high on May 10th. Okay, cool. We called the top there with that bear div back in August. You don't have bear div here. That's positive. You don't have bull div either. So this reminds me of CKB. CKB also exhibiting some of similar characteristics. No bearish divergence, but also no bullish divergence. So, I mean, which is better? Is it better to have both bearish and bullish divergence or to have none? I don't know. Actually, I don't know. It's an interesting question. Also similar to CKB, it seems that it had lost the 200, consolidated a little bit before retaking it, rejecting from the 100 and finding support again at the 200. This is an important level. This is likely why we're seeing so much consolidation. This is in Bitcoin pair at 814 sats. This is the 618 retrace, the golden retrace. The one we always look for. Holding this level is very important. I like that the 200 daily is resting on top of it, moving sideways. Doesn't really seem to have a bias. Slightly bullish there. I like that. I guess your problem is you could be looking at some kind of head and shoulders forming. Now, if we look at the daily stoch here, I do like this. You have a mid, like 50s range twist back up. That actually is pretty powerful. It's something you don't see that often. If we look back, when was the last time that we saw it? Maybe September. Nothing really happened. We can see it happen back here in July as it was taking off. So that's something. But man, you want to hold 814 sats, that is for sure. You can close below, but you really don't want to be making any progress below there. What am I seeing? Let's invert our scale. Let's turn this off. Let's get rid of the noise. Let's see. Well, okay. All right, okay. Here we go. Here. You can see it, so it's from the start, let's see, October 2020 to March 2021. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And then from so this is inverted, so again, it's upside down. We actually have an ascending, looks like an ascending broadening wedge on a macro. This is peculiar. This is definitely an inverse head and shoulders. It's interesting that it failed to set a new high. This pattern actually does play out very well in crypto. Now you have this lower low, so it does make me wonder. And again, guys, all these charts are going to be very just dependent on what happens with Bitcoin. This is making me wonder if maybe we're seeing some kind of diamond. Because you went from a higher high to a lower low. That's not super usual. Doesn't happen that often. But I do like that price seems to be respecting the 618. I think I can put an alert here of 563 sats. If that goes off, probably going to see some more downside. And I'll do the same up here. This chart looks, it looks like it's consolidating. This hasn't done a lot of moving. It's really stayed range bound. Not the end of the world for a BTC pair, But when Bitcoin's not moving up, it's not ideal. Leaves some to be imagined, but not looking any more bearish than the rest of the market, to be honest. Tower 6565. Exactly. Don't even tell your friends. Don't even tell your mom. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. That's a secret. No one else needs to know. No one needs to know. OPSEC 101. That's right, James. What's up, Osama B? How you doing, Osama B? Looks like Bitcoin dominance chart. I haven't looked at Bitcoin dominance in a bit. I was talking about it earlier. I like what we're seeing. Let me pull this up and then stream label it. Bitcoin dominance. So this does leave a little to the imagination as well. Initially, when we sold off on like the 19th and we saw dominance shoot up, I got very excited. I was very excited by that. We saw our first green weekly candle, like all year on dominance. We have seen now in last week's closing and in this week, we do see some pressure again to the downside, but that is a weaker pressure. So I'd imagine, yep, we have, well, that was our first sign here. This is going to be our second first sign of weakness on the weekly. We see the weekly selling momentum on dominance is fading, is waning off. We were looking for a bounce. I'm looking up as high as 57 possibly, but I think the 55-ish range more likely. So why was I excited? Well, let me get rid of this, and because this is what I was hoping we were seeing. So actually, now that I take a look at these weeklies, that actually has even more similarities than I thought. We have red candles, green bullish engulfing, red candle, a little sideways, before a higher high in dominance. Man, that's only looking at like 50 though. Could be from here. But that's looking again like we're in that same pattern. So we want to see Bitcoin dominance dropping. Why? Because it is, well, one, what we saw in the last bull run. Anything that mimics the last bull run will be a good sight. It'll be a good indicator for us. Why else? Well, because dominance dropping suggests that money is going into altcoins. That might sound counterintuitive. Why would that be good? Well, other than it being potentially very good for your pocket, what it shows is that there's an expanding risk appetite. When Bitcoin moves sideways, when there's really not a lot of volatility, we usually expect dominance to drop because risk appetite expands. People are looking for bigger gains. They're not wanting to park their money on something that's moving sideways. And so, risk appetite expanding, usually symptomatic of a bull market. Boom. But we do see, just like in the last market, potentially is the first sign of it, dominance drops and bounces. And these bounces, we can see them here. Actually, it looks like they can take weeks. I didn't really think of that. Interesting. These bounces are when Bitcoin makes volatile moves. Bitcoin starts moving up or moving down, risk appetite dries up for these altcoins. Gains are back to be had in Bitcoin. There's more liquidity, so money seeks it out. So this is a good thing. It was mind-boggling to see this many red weeklies in a row. 8 weekly red candles in a row on dominance. Has that even ever happened before? 3, 4, 5, no. Nope. Nope. Close. That was insane. That's why you saw huge alt gains. Huge alt gains. Might even have bullish divergence on the weekly there. Let's actually see what the monthly looks like. Still bleeding. Right here. December. December is when it looked like dominance was gonna slap everybody back to reality. We got a fake out. Jeez, that is some blood. Still no green monthly on dominance though. So basically, let's wrap this up. We're looking for bounces on dominance, and then we're looking for bounces, lower highs, Then we're looking for dominance to drop to lower lows and repeat a similar pattern to what we saw in the last bull run. You can see it. This is really the gist. Like this. Now, of course, it's not going to go. Of course, it's not going to go down to what? I don't know, 10 probably. Could, but this is what we're going to look for. This pattern. When Bitcoin dominance rises, that's going to give us a great indication that alts may be on sale. Maybe good entries available. When it drops, that will be a good sign that alts may be overpriced, at least temporarily, and that taking profits may be the right move. Dominance is a great tool. It's an amazing tool for trading Bitcoin pairs. I highly recommend, if you don't watch it, to start watching it. However, I would not recommend watching it on anything shorter than, say, a day, and that's probably the smallest time frame you want to watch. This is a calculated chart. It is not literal. It's not traded directly. And so, because of that, you can get some very strange data that might not be real. There's been many, many times, and you can't see them now because eventually that data gets scrubbed. But there's many times where you'll see a wick like this that just goes all the way up or all the way down. And that might make you think, hey, this is a good time to buy or sell. But it's just an error in the data. It's not real. So yeah, that's dominance in a nutshell. It can help you decide when to enter and exit altcoins. 36.2. Nice sideways for the stream. Little stream sideways. Great time to bring it up. It is the first of the month, guys. It's the best day to sign up for Patreon if you have not yet. If you've been thinking about it, pull the trigger today. Don't wait. Patreon bills on the first of the month. And so if you wait, you're just getting less days membership. You're just getting a worse value. I wish there's something I can do about it. There is not. I don't have any control over billing on Patreon. What does Patreon come with? Well, it comes with exclusive trade setups, macro market analysis, insights, all kinds of goodies. Comes with Patreon night. We have a weekly social night. We have small group Q&A sessions with myself. There are one-on-one crypto mentoring memberships available on the Patreon there as well. So check it out. It's going to be no better day than today. I understand that the market's down, people's sentiment is down, and so, well, maybe Patreon won't see as many signups as we usually do. We had about 40-ish sign up last month. It might be lesser this month. I'm okay with that. We started limiting the amount of new members every month anyway, so it is what it is. But they are freshly open, so now's the time to strike. 15 minutes. Bullish divergence, huh? It's ugly. Man, Bitcoin, you're really interesting today. Too interesting, even. What's up, Marcus Stack, Yatin Grover, Luke 91, Joshua Rosenthal, Kilalos 187, Rahat Ali Nizamani, Vivian Bernardo, John Doe, M. Nazrin, Mark Dowling, Peter Nomas, Pranav Satyal. Thanks for subscribing, everybody. Appreciate you. Welcome to the fam. We're going to be live here every day streaming. Hopefully we're going to have a little more to look at than today. Today is not going super excitingly. That's okay. It happens. It does happen. But make sure to subscribe. Smash the like button on the stream if you haven't. Really importantly, get in Discord. Discord's the best way to keep up with our live streams. Keep with them live streams. We're shadow banned constantly, so the only way to keep up is being in the Discord. You'll get an alert. You'll know. You'll know. I sent a link here out on Twitter for the first day of Patreon signups. I'm doing a small giveaway on Twitter. All you have to do is retweet it. Retweet it. Make sure you're following. And someone's going to win 20 bucks. The winner will be announced by the end of the week, so you click one button Click retweet. Maybe you earn 20 bucks in Bitcoin. That's a pretty good deal. Links in the chat. Uno did get a lull. Well, that happened fast, man. These small charts, they can move quick. Looks like we already hit 44 cents and we rejected. On Uno. So, yeah, Uno did hit the 44 cents we were looking for. What? I don't even know, like in the last 20 minutes. So let's take a look. Let's take our fib tool. Where are we? Why is this not working? There we go. Okay, let's take a look at where we might see this selling stop. So, double topped on the hourly, not a huge deal at that 44 cent area we were looking for moments ago. Our 618 retrace. Actually, let's look at our 0.5. Our 0.5 is at 35.18 cents. That's really close to where this already wicked to. Very, very close. If we look a little lower at the 618, this is going to be, in my opinion, a better entry. That's at 33.33 cents. That's very clean. I like that. You see some consolidation on the hourly there. And actually, even back here on the 27th and 26th of May, you see some as well. That's a pretty high probability area to bounce. I might even put a little trade setup here. What's our downside? 17? Dang, we're going to need a big upside for that then. Back to the high. Let's see how that plays out. 4 to 1. Looking to stop just below the wick low today. Trying to sneak in along in this golden retrace at 33.33 cents. Looking to take profit at the high, 59.4 cents. I think we either get filled on this trade and we close it in profit, or I think the trade doesn't fill and it goes up to that 60 cents. With the way this is wigged down and retested that high so quickly, I think it's gunning for it. Off the bullish divergence. You don't have bearish divergence here because you don't have a higher high, so that's not too bad. The 0.5 might have been the entry, though. We'll find out. All this and more coming soon. All right, Ming. I was hoping there'd be some energy today. Bots invading. Our bots invading. What's up, Jazed for the win? How you doing, Ming? 330 billion need to get back to 1 trillion market cap. That's going to take a lot of time, honestly, man. It could. I mean, it could take a lot of time. It could take months. But this is Bitcoin. It could get back to 1 trillion market cap in an hour. Like in an hourly candle. It could. It could. Just the same way it can lose that market cap in an hour. What's up, Digimedia, dude? Hype it. What's up, Dr. Coin Clown, my man? A review of my favorite pumping tunes. Well, we might do that. Might go in depth. I'm not sure what to do. Honestly, there's no one else live, and there's just no viewers. There's just nobody viewing today. There's at all. No one else is live. Not a single... I don't see like a single person that's live. I type in Bitcoin live. Nothing there. There's something I've never heard of. Just looks like probably has bots or something. I don't know. Never heard of him, but one in Rome. Oh no, this guy streams lunch. There's 2 new YouTubers. I guess we are on a different time. We usually are on a little later, about 2 hours from now. Seems like there's just a whole different group. I don't recognize any of these names. But there's no one else on. I guess that's why a lot of you guys are here. There's just no one else to watch. Fair enough. Hey, Rice TV's watching. Or Rice TV is live. He was on BitBoy with me last month. Good dude, never watched his content. I'll have to do that. Here's a good question. Who do you guys think, or who do you guys want to see me collaborate with? That'd be a good question. I know who I want to, but it doesn't mean that's who you want to. Who do you guys want to see me collab with? Everyone's in Miami. I know. I wish I was in Miami. I wish I was in Miami, but I'm not. Logan Paul. Should I box him? Should I box him? Crypto Savvy. Is Crypto Savvy even... Does he even stream anymore? Crypto Jeb. Now Fred De La Cruz, Fred. I have not yet. However, well, I guess we did technically on BitBoy. But after the Around the Blockchain show, we all exchanged info and such. And yeah, Jeb and I actually do plan on collabing this month. We haven't set a date. He's on vacation. But yeah, that's in the plan. Crypto banter. Traders Reality. I don't know who those guys are. Doesn't mean I can't, but I don't know who they are. Yeah, I don't think Mitch Ray would ever collaborate, unfortunately. Benjamin Cohen. Me and Benjamin were supposed to. Whoa. Everything keeps popping up on my main screen. I'm not touching any more buttons. Me and Cohen were supposed to... We were supposed to one day, I think a month or two ago in April. And it was like a wild day. It was a wild day. We were supposed to collab. And then it just fell through. Like I was streaming for hours. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to. So if you're watching, which I know you're not, man. I know you're not, Benjamin. But if you are, I'm still interested. You guys send him the word. Let him know. I sent him a message not that long ago saying like, hey dude, I don't know, you still on for this? I'm still on for it. Man. MDX Crypto. I would definitely collab with MDX. I would definitely collab with MDX Crypto. Wolf and Bear. I like that. I like that. How do I find them? How do I find her, though? Crown and Crown. Justin Bond. I like that. Flopping Groper. I would do that. I would collab with Flopping Groper. Jacob Canfield. I don't know who that is either. True that, Jeezed. Crypto Banter. I don't know who he is. Crown vs. Crown. Coming this Sunday. Crown vs. Crown. Get Cone on the LTC train. All right. Right. Yeah, well, I'm looking forward. Raul Paul, heck yeah. Crypto Face, dude, he's on the show all the time. He's been on the show more than anybody. Angelica F. Richard Hart. You love your Hex, Angelica. You love your Hex. Thanks for the $9.99, Harvey. I didn't get a message, though, but thank you, sir. Appreciate you. What's up, Jomo Vids? What's new in Bitcoin? Not a lot, man. Honestly, not a lot. A lot of nothing. A lot of sideways. I've not really gone anywhere since the 19th. But Bitcoin's okay, man. Honestly, people, if there are people entering now, think of it this way. You're buying much lower than the majority of people who started in 2021. Not a bad time to start, man. Everyone went full bear. I never go full bear. Right on, James. Yeah, dude, that's our curse. Is like the bull market's only like a year, and then the bear market's like 3 years. So people only like what I'm saying like 1 year out of 4. Oh well. Everyone is in Miami. Yeah. Oh well. I'll still be here. Elio Trades. I know it. I mean, I don't know him, but I know that name. I would do that. I would definitely collab with Elio Trades. Elio. George. Crypto Blood. Who's that? Sounds cool. Peter Schiff. Yeah, right. That would be a stressful one. Uncle Frank probably answered this a lot. Hey, I have an Uncle Frank. That's funny. I call him Uncle Frank. I answer this a lot. How did you learn TA, man? If only there was like a TA school, right? I will say, that's what the patron's for. I'll shill it quick. There you go. Best day to sign up. Man, I started back in the day. There was nobody. There was nothing. There were some live streamers. I watched them. But really where did I start was just on the charts putting in the hours myself. And there was no rule book. There was no player's guide. Hopefully there is now, but wasn't then. We made it through. Wow. I don't know what to do. I mean, like, I feel like we should just, like, break, and then we'll stream again, like, an hour, but is there really going to be more viewership in an hour? I don't know. No, I'm just going to take a look at ADA. Oh, there you go, Bitcoin. Low greenies. Low greeny wanes, man. Guys, usually this whole show is a lot more TA based, but there's just not a ton going on. ADA is seemingly like the only thing with some lifeblood in it right now. I like this. I like this. ADA looks like it's seeking out higher highs, or at least to retest the 5,100 sat, 5,500 sat area. Our measured move here could suggest in the 7s. That's pretty wild. ADA has looked amazing for a long time. Guys, I'm not even like the biggest fan of ADA. I'm not really a proof of stake guy. I'm more a proof of work guy. But like months ago, this giant head and shoulders was visible. Just months ago. It was just clear as day. February of this year, you had perfect back test to your neckline. It's gorgeous. And it's just, the rest is history. Crap's just running. Running and running. Selling momentum's almost gone on ADA BTC pair, but how's it look in dollar pair? Still good. Still good. I remember on the 19th when we were streaming, I said, man, ADA looks really strong. And people were like, what are you talking about? ADA doesn't look strong. I was like, it smacked $1 and got bought up. You can see it kind of made a run forward again. Actually, that wick touching perfectly to the $1.05. All of the dailies closing above $1.31. This is solid support here. Solid support. Might have bearish divergence on your highs, but not locally. Let's look at that weekly. Got it on the weekly. Yeah, dude. Closing above weekly support, 88 just looked so good. So good. It definitely does have a task in front of it, though. It's, yeah, right there, man. Dude, charts, they're wild. I don't know how charts so mathematically perfect all the time. I don't know. Is it magic? Don't know. But we can see right here, $1.75. The 618 retracement level, the one we talk about all the time. Right here, right where price is struggling. Closing the daily above here be a pretty good sign. Pretty good sign they're looking to retest $2, $2.50. Rejecting from here probably just takes you back down to $1.30. ADA looks strong. It does not look interested in a real retracement. It's hard to really imagine or visualize the whole market being bearish right now with things like ADA retracing 60%, just snapping right back. Just 60% retracement in 3 days, snaps back. There's buyers. Buyers are here. Buyers have not left. Nice volume. Nice volume. Really just consolidating more. That's what I liked about this. If you're a patron, you got the signal. ADA, it was just like, guys, just wherever, it doesn't matter, just pick up some ADA. This consolidation while everything else was running to new highs was really a giveaway. Sideways dollar consolidation in a bull market. Look for it. It's very solid. Forgot to stream a little bit. All right. 260. Man, this is like a third of our usual viewership. What a quiet day for the start of the month. Not ideal. Not ideal for the old channel here, but life goes on. Nice. Our little $20 Bitcoin giveaway tweet, 11 retweets. One of, if you retweet it, you have a 1 in 12 chance of winning $20 in Bitcoin. Pretty good. There we go, Bitcoin. A little action, a little price action. Off the double bottom here. 1 bottom, 2 bottom. Let's check it out on the low time frames. Where are we looking for? Here. 36,752, 36,555. Looking for 0.5, 0.618, as we always do. It's like clockwork. Somewhere in that zone would be fine. I'm going to take 618, feeling a little more anxious, a little more ballsy. ADA hype, what's up, dude? ADA hype. That was a good hide, Steve. New hugs now in ADA. New hugs, I love hugs, man. James Faulkner. Man of my own blood. You know, you guys want to know what I really think? This is what I really think is going to happen. So, I think proof of stake has a great future in crypto. Great future. But I think proof of work is going to continue to be the dominant, what is it called? Consensus model. I think that what's going to happen is we're going to see proof of stake coins like Ethereum transitioning to proof of stake. I think we're going to see them expand here in this market cycle. And I don't know if it'll happen this cycle, maybe it'll happen next cycle, but I think what will end up ultimately happening is that proof of stake coins are going to utilize the proof of work chains for security. I think there's going to be some kind of synthesis, synergy, symbiosis, I don't know, whatever you call it, between the two. And I think that's really what's going to happen is these proof of work chains are going to provide the security, they're going to provide the foundation, and then these proof of stake coins are going to build the buildings on top of it. I don't think that a solely proof of work system is the right choice in crypto. I think you have to have some kind of proof of work model on the underlying. Keep an eye for it. Remember where you heard that first, right here. What's up, David Kane, Marcus Carlson, Alex Fong, Abbas Pasrija. Welcome, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Today's a little boring of a day. Usually we're doing a lot more analysis, but there's not a lot going on. But we will be live every day this week. Every day. Even if it's boring, we'll be live. What's up, Mr. Jerry? How you doing, man? 300. Yeah, we do. We got 375 likes and only 278 watching. We have more likes than watchers. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Like it a lot. Man. If this thing gets sold off, it's going to be boring. Keep going, low green candle. Beatbox hour. It's a beatbox hour here on the Nothing's Happening in Crypto world. Hello, the playlist. How you doing, man? Ah, it's Mr. Jeremiah Ragsdall. How you doing, brother? When are you going live, Jeremy? When are you going? Jeremy is a little secret gem. The playlist. Jeremy, the playlist. I like that. The playlist. It's kind of badass. He's a little hidden gem in the crypto world. He's a musician. Talented musician. I'm looking up your URL. Talented musician, but what really he does is he goes live, plays music, sings, piano. Very talented, enjoyable. But it's kind of like a secret crypto people hangout. I just put his link in the chat. Go ahead, give him a follow. It's like a little secret. It's like a little secret. It's pretty much only crypto. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but like mostly crypto people who like hang out there. I don't know how that really happened, but yeah, it's like a speakeasy. I like that. I like that a lot. But yes, Mahil Kihil, is that the same Gavin tipping me trade? Will he tip me first? But yeah, that is. That is. What's up, Path Infinite? Bot attack on Discord? Gah, son of a... man. Yeah. So... People were saying bot attack. I didn't know what they were talking about. Now I know what they're talking about. Where's the link coming from, though? Because it's saying that the links haven't been used. Well, let me look at the links. So how would I know? Guess I get rid of today's. Crap, that's annoying. Let's see if that shuts them off. God, I have a lot of work to do. Son of a bee. One sec, I'm sending a message out on Discord. Alright, sent that out on the Discord. Son of a bee. Well, here's the crappy part. Hopefully no one real joined during that. Hey, brother Steve, if you're watching, you think you could, I think there's a possibility you could handle the bannings. Or else I'm gonna have to sit here and ban them all while I'm live. I'm starting it. I'm starting the bannings. But there's a lot of them. This happens a lot. So if you guys wondered why it's sometimes hard to join the Discord on crypto streams, it's because we have to play a game of whack-a-mole with these bots. If I leave, or if really any streamer leaves any Discord invite valid, meaning like if they reuse them or have them so they don't expire, this is what happens. You get a million of these bots joining. And what they do, if you're in the Discord, maybe you've gotten a message already. They'll message you. And they'll say you've won something. You haven't won anything. Nobody's giving you free Bitcoin. No one's giving you free Ethereum. No one's giving you free money. So if you get a message on Discord saying that it's a bot, they're trying to scam you. Like all scams, they don't seem like scams right away. But the scam is revealed eventually. I'm banning them. I think Steve's helping me. I see someone else banning them too. Pew, 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 pew. There we go, Bitcoin. Bitcoin likes the bot attack, though. Reaching up for a 0.5 retracement target right now. Thank you, whoever's doing that. Probably Steve. I didn't read the chat. I love your sausage, Apfel. A strange compliment, but I appreciate it. I move like Keanu Reeves. Okay. Shared the link. Thanks, Tom. No problem, Aaron. Just Q. What's up, Mang? Why? I don't know. Julie. Julie. How you doing, Julie? How you doing? It's not really a super exciting day, but hey, Julie's here, so just got a little better. A little better. Hey, careful with these buttons. Usually the screen doesn't bring up whatever I click on this screen, but today it is. Just to be inconvenient. Thank you, Steve. Pew pew. Ah, and Brother Jaw. tag team in the bots. Well, we banned them all, but they may have already sent out messages. Does happen. Man. Doing great. What's up, Dragon Slayer? Come on. Just blast off. Stop being a baby. Stop being a baby. Just blast off. I want some excitement in my life. Some excitement. I decided to go live today at noon because YouTube led me to believe that that was the time that the most of our subscribers were on YouTube watching things. That's how creepy YouTube is. It tracks everything, man. I think YouTube lied to me. I don't think this is the time everybody's watching. Our numbers have never been this low. We have taken a little bit of a break. I haven't streamed as much in the last 2-3 weeks. Actually, the last month. Personal stuff. Had to take care of the lady. Just had eye surgery. Turns out after eye surgery, you need a little taken care of. To my surprise, at least. And so maybe that's why, I don't know. It says most of our viewers are on from noon to 5 East. So you've been live since noon. It's almost 3. You don't have a lot of viewers then. Is that it? Is it just like not have a lot of viewers, or viewers, pewers, skewers? I got about 1,000 views in the last hour, 6,000-ish. Actually, that's not bad for how few people have been here. I don't understand. You guys want to see what I see on this end? So this is what I see on this end. This is what they show us while we're live. So I know that 6,100 views have happened, most of which have been through browse, other YouTube features, and suggested videos. In the last 30 minutes, we've had about 1,000, or 60 minutes, we've had about 1,000. Doesn't feel right, you know? I think it has been 1,000 viewers. Or in the last 60 minutes, seems like there's nobody here. Dunno. Don't know. I should turn that old Discord link off. Yeah, man, we're usually at like near 1,000. So something's up. I think maybe everybody really is in Miami. It looks like Bitcoin Hyper just went live. Let's see how his numbers stack up. What a day. You know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. If I turn this stream off, Bitcoin will immediately move, and then I'll be like, man, why did I stop streaming? But it won't move until I do. It's just what it does. I don't know why. I don't know how. Nice, 16 retweets, 18 retweets. I think some more people might want to win that $20 worth of Bitcoin, right? Dude, ADA is ripping and rhyming. You're in Miami. Michael Jones, how's Miami, dude? How is it? Give us the lowdown, my friend. How's the lowdown? Ah, Julie, I did. I feel like maybe like right at the bottom of these green candles, probably. Okay. Carolus J is picking up some of the slack. They're watching with their whole family and their cat, so that's extra. That is extra. I didn't calculate those in. 18K on BitBoys Live earlier. That seems like, is that his normal numbers? I don't know at this point, man. First time I was on BitBoy's channel, he had 100,000 viewers or 100,000 subscribers, and he's got over 1 million. Shiba, what? This is not doing anything. We looked at Shiba earlier. Has not really moved. We looked at CTSI. We looked at Nuu. We looked at HEX. I know we looked at HEX. We had a excellent chart. Looked at, there we go, Uno. This chart has my eye. I'm curious if that's going to break up today. CELR hasn't moved. UTK hasn't moved. ADA continues to the upside. ADA is just, man, ADA. Looking good. Man, tensions are high. Tensions are high. Chat show, what's up, man? I want to consider the beginning of the bull run. I guess March 12th, 2020. We can either take it from the low, or we can take it from when 20,000 broke. Either or. So that's either what, March or November? Man. What's up, David Berg? My man, how you doing? How you doing, brother? Today is the chillest day. Chillest day. I don't know where everybody is. I think they're all in Miami. Let's see. We hit a high of 500 viewers earlier. That's usually like our low, though. 401 likes. That's because we got the best fam. Man. Here's what I think we're going to do. Yeah. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to, first of all, make sure we're subscribed. Ah, Harvey. I didn't see that. We're going to look at this for Harvey first. For Harvey Birdman, attorney at law. Harvey Birdman, attorney at law. TRB. We're going to take a look at TRB BTC. Right here, right now. It's on Binance. Zooming out. All right, we got some history. Good, good. Huh. Let's look at the monthly then. Start zoomed out. There we are. Not a ton of levels here visible. We have obviously monthly resistance sitting up there at 0059. Got some monthly support. 000572. That's 10x range. That's a big old range. That's a huge range. Tracement's not really helping us either. Not a huge fan of that on the monthly. Last month, hitting that 618 perfectly at 0028 before selling off, though. May did close green. Not the strongest show there. I don't like to see rejections from the 618. Daily momentum waning off. No bearish divergence here on our high. And we do have a wee bit of bullish divergence that developed here on May 17th's low. The week of, oh, this is weekly. On the week. The weekly also showing us potential support level. Boom, right there. 001206. Man. And into the daily we go. Respected. We're on, yeah, buying momentum. It is increasing, but just like many coins we've looked at, it's just not quite enough yet. Not quite enough. Here's going to be the biggest tackles. That's 618. That 618 is going to be pesky. It's at 0029. You have supported 0012. That's a pretty big range. It's going to be a hard trade. I think a long position could be taken closer to that 1200 area. Interesting. Bullish. So pretty much any way you cut it, 23rd, this low right here has some bullish divergence. You haven't escaped this downtrend. That's troubling. If you do, you still have to go up there. You have to punch that 2890 in the face. You got to keep going. You can get a 2x if you can. That's going to be some rough resistance. That's the 618 rejected price so strongly there. Right back down. Luckily, you did hold the higher low, so that is a positive. You're still in an uptrend, but you're also in a downtrend at the same time. Trendception. Let's see, do we have a trend line? Trendception. Let's extend that. Yeah, there you go. I think that this is likely to consolidate, honestly. It's going to be hard to find an edge. Let's take a look at our moving averages here. See if they can be of any help. Moving averages look a little better than the corn. So that test there on the 23rd also hit the 200 and bounced. Now you're struggling with the 20, with the 50. You may find support even a little higher at 1325. It's going to be hard to put an edge on this. Weekly looks pretty good. Weekly has some bullish divergence. That looks pretty good. You're still trapped in this downtrend. Man. Harvey, I do appreciate the 10, my friend. There's some values for you, but dude, this is I think we're going to see consolidation. See that this parallel symmetrical wedge. Looks like end of July is when that would converge. Unlikely to make it that far. However, range trading between 1200 and 2900, very likely. Very likely. Really not going to be able to find an edge here, but this is probably what we're looking at. Not that clean, not that easy, but something around those lines. I appreciate the 10. I don't think I have an edge for you, my friend. I'll take a look. I'll take a look for you at another time for sure. And I'll even set alerts. Yeah, beer o'clock. I think you're right, my friend. I think you're right. If I turn the stream off, something will happen. So maybe we should do it for the good of crypto, right? Yeah. All right. Yeah, guys, we've been on 3 hours. I wanted to stream longer, but it's just kind of, there's really nothing going on. We had pretty good breakdown. We took a look at TRB, ADA, BTC dominance, UTK, CELR, CKB, UNO, SHIB, CTSI, Nuu, and HEX today. We got through a good amount of charts. I think what we're going to do is wrap it up for right now. Make sure you've liked and subscribed. Make sure you check out the Patreon. That's right, the Patreon. Best day to sign up. First of the month. Get the most value by signing up today. And I think what we're going to do is aim to stream later today. Hopefully something happens. If it doesn't, we're going to be live again tomorrow. But I love you guys. Thanks for the 410 likes. You guys are the best. And I'll see you tomorrow. Crown out.